Yo, she's warm today. She is warm. How you doing, people? How you doing? Give us a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. It'd be much appreciated. No, I'm not late, Benedict. It says 6:31, but I have to do a little bit behind the scenes as and when it goes live. Hope you're all doing well. 33 in the house, which is fantastic. I see there's about 21 of you. All good. Lovely thumbs up. See there's some people in the house here. Waiting for me to go live as it was, and I see we got one negative comment in the chat. Just want to address that right now. Where was it? Where is it? Pete Frau picked up on it. Yeah, it's been was blocked for 5 minutes. That was me. So, Mr. Del Boy, wherever you are, I see you come in the chat and just came out with a comment about calling somebody a homosexual. I don't tolerate that in my stream for two reasons. One reason is everybody is acceptable and everybody is welcome in my stream. And the second reason is my my youngest son Brandon is a homosexual, and he came out as gay this year, and I, as a very, very proud father, embrace that because people need to be who they want to be and should be socially acceptable in this modern world that we all live in. So any comments like that will be dealt with and got rid of swiftly, because I will not tolerate any of that at all whatsoever. So it doesn't matter what creed, colour, religion, or what you believe is right and wrong. Everyone is welcome in this stream, and I do not appreciate seeing comments like that on my stream. Okay, so if you want to go and do that sort of stuff, go somewhere else and do it. I don't expect to see that in my stream, okay, because it upsets me when you call people like that when you're taking a mickey, because then you're taking the mickey out of my son. I don't appreciate that. Anyway, that's that dealt with. Let me just put up the rules and regs of the old chat. What was that? Was that Amen Mick, was it? Amen Mix. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah, we're all doing well. Thank you very much, Paul. Much appreciated. Let's put up the rules and regs of the old doodad. There's some rules and regs of my live stream. You abide by those like not rules and regs. They're just more guidelines. They're guidelines of YouTube. They're community guidelines, okay, which I have to adhere to every single month. YouTube releases proud transgender dad here, says Ken. Good on you, Ken. There you go, mate. Exactly that. There he is. There's my little boy. And you see, that's the reason why I stand up and stand beside my son. There's my little boy just there. There he is. There he is. There's my little lad. And it's comments like that that are in my stream that I don't appreciate because my son's watching. Okay. So that's that. So these guidelines, people, they're not my rules. Okay. These are the rules that are set out via YouTube. They say no swearing. They say must be fully clothed. No children on their own. This, that, and the other. These are YouTube guidelines. They're not mine. Okay. There are lots of other streams you can go to where you can have all that sort of fun. So toddle off, leave, and go and find those other streams. Okay, because there's plenty out there for you if you want them. But on my stream, I don't tolerate it. So you must be fully clothed. And I had one person, two people on my stream last week had no tops on. It's no biggie, but YouTube don't like it. I mean, they like just to close my channel down if that continues. So you must be fully clothed to come on my panel. And also, you must be over 18 years old to come on my panel, because my videos and what have videos and streams are not for the under 18s, I'm afraid. So I can't have you up on panel if you're under 18, because you'll be on the panel under 18 on your own, and therefore YouTube can and will shut my channel down. So and maybe yours as well if you appear. So they're not my rules. They are the YouTube guidelines, and I have to adhere to those every single week, and as does any other moderated channel that wants to progress. Yeah, exactly, Bruce. Yeah, not made for kids. They want to progress on YouTube. You have to adhere to these, okay? So that's just the way it is, okay? Yeah, I appreciate sometimes someone lets an F-bomb go, or someone gets a bit upset. I mean, they get a bit passionate about a subject. I get all that, and that happens, okay? But apart from that, that's what it is. Anyway, we all know the rules and regs, and we all know that Micks Mowers don't tolerate it. So if you're gonna poke me with a sharp stick, you're gonna get bit. It's as simple as that, okay? So if you can't abide by the rules, go play somewhere else. So that's that. What have I been up to? I've got some stickers in. I've got a little love letter here from Gravely Man. I will show it on a video at some point when I get around to it. I've got some stickers from my mate Gravely Man. I've got a couple of spares there too. He sent me 2 or 3 of those. So if anyone wants a spare Gravy Man sticker, what I might do in one video or last, I might show you how many stickers I've got, copies. I've got loads of copies. It's like BS Small Engine sent me a load. I've got loads of them. So if you want some BS Small Engine stickers, I've got loads of those. So feel free. That's it. Nice to see you in the chat at Brandon. Well, actually, it was Brandon's birthday. What's the date? Yeah, just yesterday. It was my boy's birthday. Brandon, who's in the chat. It's his birthday just yesterday. He's 17 years old. My Lord, 17 years old. And he's had a bit of a bumpy roller coaster, as our Brandon. And he's down with his mum at the moment. And he's having a little party down there last night, apparently. But he can't come up here because, one, his little sister is isolating down there. And two, Riley Bum and Ethan are isolating up here, so we can't do a house exchange. So he's got to wait. He's got to wait a little while to get his present off of me and Mummy P, because he can't come up here. So I haven't even seen. Brandon's giving me a little $4.99 super sticker. My Lord, he must be working. $4.99 super sticker. Cheers, Brandon boy. Much appreciated, my lad. So yeah, at the moment he's feeling a bit down in the dumps because he hasn't been able to see his dad or Mummy P or Riley or any of his brothers and whatever, or Nana, because they're isolating down there. We're isolating up here, so he's a bit down in the dumps. But it'll all come around in the end. Apparently by the 19th, it's all going to be gone. That's what I'm hearing. I can't see it though. Yeah, he has more money than you. He does, Bruce. Yeah, he does. So there've been my guidelines. Okay, they're very, very simple. Now, if you don't abide by them, you're going to have to go. It's as simple as that, okay? I run a clean stream, okay? So if you can't abide by them, you're going to have to go. I just don't tolerate it, okay? So what sort of week have I had? Well, this week, I could have done without this week, to be fair. It's been one of them weeks where you ever heard the expression, bring out your dead? It's a bit like that. Everyone's just brought their crap. Just bought the stuff that's just... hideous. So I'm not going to name names because I might be watching, but you know, as a repair bloke, sometimes it's nice to work on quite modern stuff, and it's quite nice to work on quite vintage stuff, and you know, it's quite nice just to sort of, you know, get down and dirty and get involved. But when people bring you stuff like that, you just think, oh, really? Do I have to do that again? So it's been one of them weeks where people are just bringing out your B&Q special and your Audi exciting offer jobs, and it's just been one of them weeks. And the temperature, I've got a little fan going here. It's absolutely red hot in here. All right, Breezy, a nice fiberglass job. Cheers, buddy boy. So yeah, it's been one of them weeks where just. I think why are you even bringing that in? But you know, people want it fixed, and so that's that. So I've been working on this week total. I've done a steel leaf blower, BG86C. He broke the Easy Start recall spring twice. I had to buy a brand new recall start assembly for it, and it still wouldn't pull over. He's leaking a lot of fuel when you pull it. A lot of fuel comes out of the cylinder head. I don't know whether it was where he's just been pulling on it and pulling on it. It just had a lot of fuel in the system, and when I started up, it spat fuel out the exhaust. I don't know if there's something else going on, but I've repaired it, got it running, and it's gone back. But I have said, for what it is, I think it's nearly at its day. And he's just brought into me today Bruce will know what this is, a HR173 with the GX100 side valve engine on it. He's brought that in today for a pull cord fix and a mini service, whatever a mini service is. A mini service is a service. But I do know that the pull cords of these are no tamping. No, not tonight, John. No, too hot, bruv. Too hot. Been cancelled for twice this week already. It's been too hot. Even just a pull cord assemblies for these little Hondas, they're pretty much obsolete-ish now. You can't buy them brand new. You can buy second-hand ones, but they're not much cop. So when he turned up and said, "Oh, can you fix that?" I was like, "Don't know. I'll have a go at it." But it's been one of them weeks. Also, for this is broken. This is what I want you to do. I've had a little go at doing it myself, and it made matters worse. Have you ever had one of them days? So I had two pull cords, and some fuel lines on machines that they broke, and had they just brought it straight in when it broke, it would have been bish bash bosh, done inside 5 minutes, out the door, customer moves on, everyone's happy. But no, they got a muck with stuff, ain't they? And you take a pull cord assembly apart, and there's bits missing, and there's bits where they shouldn't be, and you think, oh my lord, what have we got here? You know what I mean? So it's been one of them weeks. On the sales side, that's still I'm still doing quite well, to be fair. Sales are definitely on the up this year. Mine is. I picked up one at auction. I know can do it. These are shocking, Bruce. I'll show you. It's this little one here. There she is. You know the type of one? There it is there. Little GX100. And he uses that commercially. So that's that. So that's in for service. I've got to order the spark plug, which I have already. Spark plug's ordered. It's a slightly different spark plug, and that's a 4A plug in there. New air filter's been ordered. The new blaze got to go on because the blaze is absolutely battered and got a split in it. So there's quite a bit going into that. Price wise already, that's not to include the service yet. So that's on the bench. I've done lots of other bits and pieces. Sales are on the up, which is good. Had a bit of a funny one this week as well. A bit of a funny one. I'm not going to go into that actually. I think I'll keep that for myself. Lots of fiddlers this week. It does cost them more money in the end. Exactly that. You know, this one here, this pull cord here. He said, I had a little go at it, you know. And when I opened it up, there was no dog. What I call a dog, or some guys call them paws. It weren't there. I thought, well, I can't fix that. The bit's missing. It wasn't until I actually took the pull cord spring out. It was underneath there. So he'd been in, took the paw out, put it underneath, hoping that somehow it would just catch. I don't know. It's just been one of them weeks. So that's what I've been doing. I had a bit of a tidy up today, and I've had to go down to my local hardware shop today to get some more oil, 4-stroke engine oil, because I just can't get any. Oh, I can get it, just can't get it in the time scale I would like. So even I've ordered today a spark plug for that, GX100, an air filter, and a blade. That won't be until about the 22nd to 24th, something like that. So I've got to wait 4 or 5 days just for parts. And that's from Amazon, man. So we should be getting the parts in, but we're not. So that's that. Everybody that I did say last week, didn't I, that if someone doesn't come forward about the hats, I would roll it over this week. Unfortunately, everyone has now come forward, even Colin K. There's yours, Colin. I'll show you your address. There's your one, Colin, ready to go. You were the last one to come in. So everybody that won a hat, they have been posted apart from Colin K's, which is here. So there'll be no more rollover of those going on. So that's all been done and dusted. So now we're officially over the 8,000 subscriber mark. What's this here? Is this still available? If so, can I look at it tomorrow? What's he wanting? Yeah, okay, we'll do it tomorrow. Right, so we're now at, what we're at now? Good numbers, actually. We're now 353 over the 8,000 subscriber mark. So that's really, really cool. So well happy with that. The old channel is growing, and the channel is growing because you guys are watching and you're supporting and you're hitting the thumbs up and all that sort of good stuff. So that's the reason why we're exploding, which is cool. Talking about that, let's see how we're doing for monetization. So no doubt YouTube want to take monetization off of me, and just want to put in for a review. Yeah, it's gone in for review. So request a review, and we get rid of that right now. So that's done with. Off goes the review. Let me just save that up. That's done with. So now I can get rid of that. Right, let's have a little look in the pop-out section. That chat should have frozen off. It has. That's good. So let's see how many thumbs up we've got. We've got 33 thumbs up, 2 on the thumbs down. Let me just refresh that. So you haven't yet hit the thumbs up. Do so, please. I've got quite a few in the house. I've got quite a few in the house here. I've got 68 in the house and 33 thumbs up. So only half of you have given me a thumbs up. So give us a thumbs up. It is much appreciated. I do work quite hard on my channel to try and bring it to you, and there's not many live streams that go on with this amount of this amount of content all the time. So you know, please show your appreciation for the channel and show that you know you actually like it. 43 thumbs up and a couple of thumbs down. That's cool. Let's get a couple more out of you if you'd be so kind, please. As I say, it don't cost you nothing. 44, yeah, we're climbing. I love you. I like to get about 100 thumbs up if I can before the stream is over. Okay, it's just my little target. It's what I like to do. First thing before I say hello to everyone, Jason Summers. All right, Jason. Right, let's see what I'm chatting. Let me get a pop-out chat up. I have frozen it off, but it may jump. I may miss some. I've been yakking for about how long? 15 minutes and 74 in the house. That's cool. First in the house was my mate Neville. Neville, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. I hope the family are all well. Yep, they are. We're not doing too bad, apart from the isolation process. You're struggling with the heat, apparently, says Nev. I love the heat, but it is warm in here. There's not a lot of it. I've got a fan on full belt, but it's still warm in here. My mate Dick's Engines is here. Hello, Dick. How you doing, mate? I did watch your video, mate, on that not your recent one, on the one before, on that that revive it sort of stuff. I saw that. That was good. Scotty Daniels in the house. Hello, Scotty Daniels. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. DNR small engines in the house too. My chat's going to jump, so I'm going to lose some of you, all right? I can't odds it. Back to the top. Gravely Man's in the house. Hello, Gravely Man. Jason Shoes in the house. Hello, Jason. Nice to see you, mate. Only trouble is I can't have any beer, I suppose you're saying that. Driving first thing you caught. Yep, no worries. That's fine. Peter Froud in the house. Proper warm today. Yeah, definitely that. Yep. Jason Shoes. Mac 210. Jason Summers. 21 in the chat whilst we're waiting. Give Mick support and smack the thumbs up button. Yeah, exactly that. It does help. My mate Brucey Boy. Hello, everyone from Bruce's shop. Gravely Man in the house. Can't win them, but at least we can eat. Yeah, it's fine. Jason Hughes, Ken Small Engines, Bruce's shop, Peter Fraudo, Del Boy Trotter. Yeah, exactly that. AJP Garden Machines in the house. Nice to see you. Ben's workshop. Nice to see you, mate. I see Ben got his cap, but didn't fit. Apparently, his head's too big. You've been late and you swore 5 times. Don't think I did. It's not what I call swearing because I can really swear. So if I swore, it'd be proper. I'm a railway worker. Don't forget, I can really swear. My mate Bill's in the house. Hello, Bill. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping on in. So is my mate Brandon from BS Small Engines. Nice to see you, Brandon. Hope you're doing well. I see Brandon just got monetized this week, so congratulations to you, Brandon. You've been working really hard for the past 2 years, mate, and you deserve it. You really do. Another Jason there in the house, giving 2 thumbs up. Cheers, Jason. Much appreciated, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. Fun things to do with Tech Sparky in the house. Don't stop be winding you up, though, Mick. No, don't, Ben. You're all right, buddy boy. You're all right. We have a good sense of humour, me and you. You got to go a long way to upset me. Jason Summers, Tinkling Taylor, Bill's in the house. Paul, hello, Mick. Hope you and the family are well. Yeah, we're doing good. Thank you, mate. Good comment, sir, says Bruce. Yeah, that's from earlier on. Mick, hello, Mick. Bravo, Mick. I will talk about Brandon, are we? Yeah. How you all doing? Says my little boy, Brandon. Nice to see him, my little lad. Hope you're doing well. Ridgeway Mowers in the house. How you doing, Ridgeway? Nice to see you, mate. Ridgeway. That Atco Balmoral upgrade on the drive bushing for the pinion gear works a treat, bruv. Done a video on it. It works an absolute treat. Lovely. Mikey Yo-Yo had his deleted comment by Ken. Too many emojis. Right on Mikey Yo. Just 2, please. Ken Small Engines in the house. There's Dick. Who else we got coming in here? DR. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Jungle Bob Repair in the house. Nice to see you. Nice to see you all in the chat. At Brandon says Nev. Yeah, thank you very much, Nev. He understands. Jason Summers in the house. Jungle Bob Repair. Itchy Leg. £5 from Brandon. Cheers. That must be your housekeep. My mate Paul. Happy birthday, Brandon. Alexander Smith in the house. Wishing happy birthday to Brandon. So is Gravely Man, Brucey Boy. Lots of happy birthday wishes there. Nice to see you. DK Tractors and stuff. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Monty Python. Yeah, exactly that. Darth's in the house. Hello, mate. Darth Sidious. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Who else we got? There's quite a few in here, actually. Mark's in the house. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, Mick and the gang. Breezy's Bike Shop in the house. So you got your cap coming to you. My mate John's in the house. No tam tonight. Mick is too hot. Laugh out loud. Yeah, definitely. I'm stone blowing next week, apparently. No chance of that. No chance of stone blowing. Absolutely not happening. Under 15 mil on the lift? I don't think so. Be right back. Going to Taco Bell, says Brandon. Right, mate. We got some money in you. Going to Taco Bell. That's where posh people eat. Jason Summers. There's my mate Jeff. In the kitchen, cooking beetroot and peas and carrots out of my allotment. 100 degrees in here, totally naked. So ain't coming up. No, that's wise. Go and stand by the freezer, Jeff. Don't you come up here with your 5 o'clock shadow on. Hell no. Want none of that. I've just eaten my dinner. Mine is picked it up at an auction. I know you can do it. I've done it, but it's no good. Part Nest. Nice to see a Part Nest. My mate Henry Henry Morsky in the house. Nice to see you, Henry lad. Pretty good today, Ken. Thanks, says my mate Jeff. Ridgeway. I've had loads of fiddlers this week, says Ridgeway. Yep, definitely. Ken Small Engines, Jungle Bob, Grandpa Kev. Cheers for coming in, mate. Nice to see you. Mowers and blowers outdone. I'm having done with the auction. Load up and pay. I'm waiting on the engine to sell. Okay, no worries. Dick Small Engines, Jason Summers. My mate Ray's in the house. There's Ray. Chris B in the house. Evening, Mick. Grass Cutter Palmer in the house. All right, Tim. Nice to see you, mate. How you doing? Well, first thing before I say anything yet. Lovely. Oh, is that what? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have you been feeling with it? Yeah, exactly that. Liam's lawnmower maintenance. Hello, Liam. Nice to see you, mate. How you doing? Well. Done the thumbs up, Mick. Cheers for that, Jeff. Much appreciated. There's one there from Jack. My latest projects are 3 Craftsman mowers. I got curb shopping. Good on you. One I picked out, put remains in scrap pile, used parts, Briggs and Stratton Classic knees diaphragm. Yeah, cool, lovely. Looks like I got lots on. 2, or what was that? I just jumped. Where'd that go? There's that big comment gone. Where did it go? Where did it go? It jumped just as I was about to scroll down, so I've lost it. It was there. Okay. 78 in the house. Jungle Bob repair. 2 thumbs down. Who could that possibly be? Love our Mick. Yeah, exactly that. They're just lost souls at sea. That's all they are. Don't worry about them. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Got 2 customers lined up already, says Jack. Good on you, Jack. Keep them coming, mate. That's the way to do it. I'm flat out. Oh, I'm struggling with the heat. It's so hot here. It's not. I've got a top on. I've got no pants on. William, hello there, William. Nice to see you, mate. BBR, hello, Mick. Thinking of getting an Allet Balmoral. What's your opinion? Yeah, Allet are all right, mate. Yeah, without a doubt, they're okay. Yeah, they're good. They're up. You know, they're up with it. Allet. I was going to actually. I was in contact with Allet. Tail end of last year. They're going to send me a machine for review, a demo machine for me to review it. So I might get hold of Alec and see if I can't get hold of one. I can't remember which one they're going to send me now. I think it's quite a big one because of the size of my guard. So yeah, Alec are okay, mate. Yeah, they're right up there. Yeah, I would definitely go with an Alec, no problem. It all depends what you want out of a machine, you know. If you know the Atco Balmoral, they're getting on a bit now, the old Balmorals, you know, but they're still all there. They're still all there. Get a Ransom Marquis. That's what you want. I've got 2 for sale if you want one. James Colden in the house. So James, I watched one of your videos the other day. Thanks for popping on in, me old buddy boy. Mr. Murray in the house. Hello, Murray. Hello, he says. Nice to see you. Tim Freeman in the house. Nice to see you. Chris B, what's your Atco repair? Micks Mowers, thumbs up. Yeah. I think the bloke who actually gave me that as part of a trade-in against a mower, he's going to come back and get that. He wants it back. Which is cool. Did Liam get his gas tank? Yes, he did, Ken. Yeah, he got that. It's in the last stream. It's been good, Ken. Picked up 4 generators in the last 2 days. That's good. You're all chatting. Done you already. Got another project. Someone gave me a steel chainsaw. I love freebies. Yeah, we all love a freebie. Henry Mawarski, you're all chatting. You're laughing at each other. Hi, everyone. Chats as a lawnmower detective. He's late. Fix it and strip it. My mate Nev's there. Hello, Nev. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Happy birthday to Brandon for yesterday, says Ben's Workshop. Lawnmower Detective. Henry Mawarski. I'm getting there. I'm nearly at the bottom now, I think. I just jumped a bit more. I think that's where I was. Grandpa Kev. You're all chatting. Mikey Yo-Yo. Scotland's even hot tomorrow. Barbecue Central. Yeah, we had one today. Just literally before I come up here, we had a little barbecue. Chris B, watched your bloopers this week at Park Nest. Loved it. Had me laughing. That's cool. Mac 210, you're all chatting. There's one from Dickie. Your videos and personality are too big for my monitor. Thank you very much indeed. I just am what I am. There's no filters. It is what it is. You know, if you ever meet me in person, that's just. In fact, you can meet me in person. I'm going to Saltex in November. I'm going to Saltex in November. So if you want to go to Saltex in the UK, I'm going up there on the 3rd. I'll be up there on the 2nd for a beer session and stay over at the Premier in NEC. So if you want to meet me up there, up at Saltex, feel free, book a ticket up and go. Jeff, can you say if people dispose barbecues to make sure they extinguish them properly, please, mate? Yeah, put your barbecues out, people. Don't leave it alight. Mikey, Chris B, hello, Bruce's shop. I bet it's hot over there, old boy. Did you just call me Nev? Possibly, Neil. Don't know. It's been a long day. The heat might have got to me a little bit. There's Jack. Got a nice cool day here. Great for working on projects. Well, it's warm here. It is warm here. Darcy's. I've just checked their website. Bruce's shop cooler today. I'm doing inventory Micks Mowers. Do you want me to ride the lightning cupcake? Hell yeah. Jeff Bacon, fix it and scrap it. Right, we're there. Done. Did I miss anyone? Well, I've got 80 in the house, which is absolutely lovely. They're the sort of numbers other people dream of. Let's see how many thumbs up I've got. I've got 53 thumbs up. Let me reset it. 80 people in the house with 53 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down. Let's get a couple. Let's squeeze a couple more out of you. Cool. As I say, it's completely free for a thumbs up, and it does help towards the growth of the channel. Okay. So please feel free to do that. Right, so that's that. Don't miss anyone. No, 25 in the car. Hello, Spark. You're right. That's it. So we're there. Internet says fairly good. We'll see how we get on then. We'll see how we get on. Right, so I'm going to put the link out. Who's that? Yeah, Park Nest. Latest one. It was bless. Okay, it's fine. Right, let's put the link out. Place your bets. Place your bets. Now, did anyone see the other day Hayes Machinery? They did a live stream with my fans right away. They did a live stream just the other day, a big giveaway. Good stream. I enjoyed that. I was monetizing in the background. I think even Dick Small Engines was quite impressed on my monetization skills. Odds on Ken. Ooh. I haven't seen the hobby. He's probably drunk. So yeah, I was not seeing Klaus here. He's too drunk. Exactly that. So yeah, Hayes did a good live stream the other day. I was busy monetizing in the background, running links and doing bits and pieces. So that's cool. I'm not expecting massive people up on the panel because it is a really nice evening. People might be out, taking a stroll down the beach and chilling out. So why sit indoors and watch me? You know what I mean? So I've only got one person in my panel. That's what I've got. Hayes has some good giveaways. You did, Ken. You're quite right. I'll bring you up because only one person's hit the link. I'm all on my own down here.
Just me. It's hot here, boy. It's real hot. Now we're waiting to get torrential rain.
Did you just call me? Did you just call me boy?
I don't know. I may have mentioned.
You did. It's hot here, boy. Boy.
I think I said boy. Hot, not hot. It's here, boy.
Hayes had a good bun. Hayes is a good lad, yeah. Salt X. Okay, so Peter, Salt X. Are you in the UK, Peter? If you are, if you go onto the internet and punch in Salt X, right, it is a bit like the American GIE Garden get together meetup. Yeah. I was gonna say ASBO then, but you can go up there and you can look at all the latest modern machinery for agriculture and cutting grass, and there's all turfing specialists there, and yeah, it's all good stuff. Lots of freebies apparently. You can get free pens and hats and bits and pieces and all that sort of caper. So yeah, we're all going up there. There's quite a few going up there. I will be going as a country cottage gardener. I'll be up there on the second and third. So stay up there on the second in the Premier in NEC Premier in there. And then on the third, we're doing the old Salt X day. I'm traveling back down south at the end of that day. Trade shows in Birmingham, Peter. Yeah, exactly that. So I got Grandpa in the house. There's Gramps. How you coming, Gramps?
How you doing, Mick? Ken, how you doing?
Yeah, we got scrubs on, Henry. Looks like you got scrubs on.
Yeah, I tell you what, wearing these things, it's a lot cooler.
Lawnmower.
You just had an operation.
No,
they ain't the ones that got the ties in the back, are they?
No.
Don't you go turning around now, will you? Don't you go turn? Bruce is laughing. Look, Bruce is in the basement laughing his head off.
It's just a shirt.
It's like Dr. M.
Because there's enough people walking around with blue overalls on in their workshops at the moment with nothing underneath. Isn't that right, Bruce?
Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you loud and clear, sir. How are you doing? You doing all right, Bruce?
Good. Man, you were on the spot when you said something about the junk coming in this week. Good Lord. A guy brought a pressure washer into me. I just have to say this. It doesn't have 12 hours on it, but it sat for 10 years. And the schmoo in the bottom of that carburetor was like that shellac we used to use on those cork gaskets back in the day.
Yeah. In fact, I had a carby in this week, Bruce. What do I do with that puppy? Is that it? That might be it. Don't you know? Let's have a look at this one.
Hey, Mick, I see Chicanics on there. Is this a nipple-free zone this week?
Definitely nipple free zone.
So make sure.
I picked up. This came in on a mower. The mower's outside. I've had to order a new machine, a new Carberry fork. This one just hunts and surges like an absolute pig. But this was mega rusty and mega horrible. And I just put some plain old white spirit in it. I zapped it twice in the cleaner, and it came up absolutely beautiful. But it hunts and surges like an absolute pig.
Yeah.
The one I just finished
if
was
it's varnish, it comes out nice and clean. But if it's that white oxidation, forget about it. You know?
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Yeah. This week, Bruce, this week I've had, as you say, it's just been a week of crap. And there's no. I'm sorry for swearing, but it's just been a week of crap.
But doesn't that get you depressed though? When you see a lot of crap come in, you're like, oh.
Yeah. And the thing is, that winds me up even more. Is that you can understand if a little old man walks in? No offense, Henry. If a little old man walks in, he's on his pension, right? He's got a bit of a wonky leg, all the rest of it. He comes in, and that's all he's got. I understand that, but not when you drive in with a big transit van, sign written, garden landscaping, blah blah blah, with a trailer with a rider on the back, and they bring in a B&Q special strimmer, and you think, what is that all about?
That's why he's got the money, baby.
Don't you love when they bring in the cheap trimmers and they act like they're like Mercedes driving castle owners? They're looking at you like, no, treat this good.
This year I found myself being a bit more blunt. And when someone brings it to the door, knock on the old door, hello, mate, yeah, I've come to bring that string I told you about. I go, well, that's a pile of... Isn't it? That's just what I say. It just comes out.
You tell them, you want me to throw us away? You tell me you want me to throw us away for you? And they're looking at you.
Yeah.
Well, I said to this guy, I said, you bought that at an auction? I know you won't meet him.
You usually get them at the dump, Bruce. But like I said, I had one where I dropped it off the dump. 2 hours later, a guy drops it off at my house. And it literally had my name on it. And I was like...
And you know why you threw it away, right?
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
Crazy, baby.
You should have charged me $20 just to look at it.
and you know the new Ish MS 291C chainsaw, they're new Ish.
Yeah,
I got one in that's almost worn out.
Really?
But thank you, Ken, for the Mighty Vac. I used it on the carb, and now I'm just going to hook it up to see if the seals are okay.
Tools make the difference.
Yeah, they do.
Mechanics, how you doing?
What's Mike Roberts saying about E10 Fuel? Oh, that's for you guys, right? In the UK, you're going with the E10 or something?
Yeah, well, it's already here. It comes in as of September the 1st. Mick, can we have a discussion about the E10 fuel we are going to have? Is it still feasible to do the water trick to remove it, or just buy ethanol-free? So you can do the water trick. And I will be doing a video on it. Okay.
Yes.
The only problem is by removing 10% of it out. You have to put in some octane because by taking the ethanol out, you have to have an octane booster because it does remove some of the octane. I will be doing a video on it at some point because it is definitely a topic for people. I think, in all fairness, the E10 fuel is not going to be as bad as what people are talking about for the average home user equipment. If you're gonna buy 5 liters or 2.5 liters of fuel, and go through that with your hedge trimmer, your mower, and your weed whacker, and use that kit, and you go through 5 liters in say 3 or 4 weeks.
Right, I've got to go. I've got to do a bit of gophering, so
okay.
I'll catch you later on.
I was only talking away, mate. Not a problem. You carry on, mate. No problem. So in that respect, it won't be too bad. The problem's going to be is if you buy large amounts of fuel and store it and have it in over winter in your machines. That's where you're going to have your problems, okay, with your E10. But if you have a high recycler fuel, and I always recommend to all my people that come in my workshop for repairs and stuff, I always say to them, if you get a 5 litre tub and put 2.5 liters in it and go to the shop more frequently, than having 5 litres, you have a high turnover of fuel. Therefore, you won't have those issues. If you have 5 litres and that lasts you about 9 months with E10, you're gonna have a few issues. So just buy less and go more often.
I dump my can every 2 weeks.
Exactly that. Yeah, but that is the way I would surmise in doing it. But I will be doing a Jacanic is great but tired apparently. Nice to see you. So yeah, I will do a video on the old water trick. However, you can buy pre-mixed already in the shops, and you can do that. You can do the water trick as well. You can buy different type of stabilizers. So I wouldn't be over concerned about it. I'll be more concerned if you're running the older vintage style equipment because of the ethanol and what have you, and the brass bushings and the rubber components within them. That's where I'll be more concerned with it. But the E10 is
watch the 2 mix.
Say again, mate.
The 2-stroke mix too with that ethanol.
Yeah. It's not as bad as all that. It's not as bad as all that. But I'm sure we'll overcome it. Hey, we'll all be battery powered in 10 years. It don't matter.
Yeah. Usually, if I don't use it up in a few weeks, I'll dump it in my truck. The truck doesn't care; it'll burn it anyways.
Exactly that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly that.
That gas pump. It's easy to get it out of that 5-gallon container and put it in the truck.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a massive issue. It's going to be an issue if you store it in your machines, and this would be great because when I did a winterizer, I did a couple of winterization videos last year. I think I did it on a Briggs flathead, an overhead valve, or an E series. I did it on 2 strokes, and the amount of people that said, "Hey, I just leave my fuel in there, no problem, lad." Try doing that next year, then. See how you get on.
Yeah. Well, you guys are going to get a little more carb cleaning businesses in the spring.
Yeah, that's all right. We don't mind that.
How you doing, Tim?
Caveman Tim.
Sorry?
Caveman Tim.
Yeah.
You had your hair cut, Tim. It looks good, doesn't it?
No, I haven't had it cut.
I can see that.
You got a good mop there.
Yeah.
He's got a fair old head. I'm just jealous, to be fair. I've got more hair on my ass.
Tim's growing a beard.
I just had a vision.
I was going to say, who cuts that?
don't you worry about that.
So I buy non-ethanol free gas and I test every batch just for my own knowledge. It's I got just a little beaker. Not yet, but I just buy it at one location where I know they're good and I just keep an eye on it. That's all.
I wish we had it.
And I buy for me, I buy 25 liters at a time and I go through it in about a month.
How long, Bruce?
A month.
So that's about right then. I buy 10 litres at a time. And I probably do about 2 of those a month, 10 liters.
Yeah. And I don't give everybody a full tank either. This is a
No, I'm saying for what I do in the workshop, I buy 2 10-litre cans a month, roughly. Just for filling up and running stuff and tank flushing and all that sort of stuff. So for me, I have quite a high turnover of fuel anyway. Do you know?
Me too. Yep.
And predominantly the stuff that doesn't sell all gets drained out at the end of each season anyway, or I just leave it in and I just keep topping up and just keep running it every sort of fortnight, just keep ticking them over,
Mm-hmm.
So I do it that way. But so how are we doing with parts and spares? Can we talk about spark plugs, air filters? Can we talk about cables? Can we talk about fuel caps? And can we talk all that sort of stuff?
Spark plugs are getting hard.
Hey, how about carb kits on? I've been trying to find a carb kit for that steel MS 291, and I cannot find one except from Wing Wang.
Well, it's funny you say that, Bruce, because we have a bloke comes up on the stream. He's slightly away with the fairies. Comes on about 8:30, something like that. Mr. Horse Chestnut. Now, I had a video time from a very, very big YouTube channel. I think yesterday called Ken Small Engines FaceTime me, saying that Conker has been talking to Ken and trying to get Ken to ship him over a carburetor for a FS38.
Yep.
Now I have actually come across this problem, Ken, and I think I might have sussed it for him. He can't get a carburetor for an for a FS38 for love nor money. But not the one he wants. The one he wants on the intake side of a carb.
Yep.
On the throttle side, it has like a plastic bar that goes across the throat. Okay. Now all the new ones don't have that. It would have been superseded.
Yeah.
But on the inlet manifold, there is a line of there is a like a molding which goes also diagonally across.
A crease.
Yeah. And that links in. Now I had that same problem about 2 years ago, and what I did, I just got a pair of nail
change the fittings,
tile snips, and I just snipped that off, got rid of that, so it was flush. Got a chainsaw filed that all off nice and flush, and then just whacked a new carburetor up against it with a gasket, and bish bash bosh, way it went. So that's what I've advised Conker to do, because the carburetors he's got or he's seeing, the throats are too small. And it won't sit on that against the inlet manifold, you see. Oh. So
if it doesn't line up with the pulse hole, it will not fuel.
Yeah, so I've advised him just to cut that bit off. Take the inlet manifold off, get a chainsaw file it off nice and flat, bit of modification going on, and whack it to it with a gasket, and you'll be good to go.
I actually asked my dealer this morning about that. There's 18 different variations now that go on an FS38. 18 different numbers.
Yeah, I can quite believe it. I can quite believe it.
He had one of them in stock, but the biggest difference he was saying was half of them, the older ones, have the Z-bend hole in it, where the other ones have the hole for like the sinker, where you have the little barrel.
Oh, yeah. The lead, lead in.
So you have to make sure you get the one with the right piece on it, or else you can't hook it up to your throttle.
Right.
Yeah, Donny Boy said that he's got about 4 or 5 different chainsaws on a bench. He's waiting for parts for months now.
Oh, it's ridiculous. And we have a steel warehouse literally 5 miles from us in Shelton, Connecticut, and they just don't have parts.
So I found my carburetor up for this MS291, and I was just excited, and I brought it up online, and it brought it up, and it said free shipping and da-da-da-da, and then it said not available.
Do you know what Zama kit it is, Bruce? Bruce, do you know what Zama kit it is, Bruce?
It's the Q252, the Zama Q something QC252.
C1Q 252.
Yeah, C1Q something.
Because I think it was an RB38 kit.
No, I don't know them that well.
Let me see.
Stephen Gribble says, "Hi all, I'm after a pressure and vacuum tester. Anyone got any good results from the Chinese ones?"
Who's asking? Where's Steve? Is he in the States or the UK?
I think he's in the UK.
Because I know in the States here, the ones they sell at Harbor Freight now, the cheap ones, they actually work very well, and they're not that expensive. And they do vacuum and pressure.
So Princess Auto, Harbor Freight for the cheaper ones.
Yeah. I mean, I still love my Mighty Vac. I don't care. I like my Mighty.
Yeah, Mighty Vac is the best.
Yeah.
Well, not the best, but really up there.
So what we saying? Are we saying the Chinese ones are any good?
Yeah.
Hey, it's just air, right?
Yeah. It's
suck and blow. It's good. It's all the same, right?
Yeah.
What did you just say? Oh, did you say suck and blow?
Yeah.
Not what it sounded like.
I'll tell you what you could do is customize one of those little bicycle pumps for compression one, because they have a little gauge on there, and you pump it up. It'll tell you you're doing 10 psi, and it'll hold it there for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce, look at an RB41 kit.
I'm sorry, I'm coming back. I was looking on my favorites. I thought I posted it on favorites, but I didn't. I got the round air filter that twists and locks. I've got the little hose for the inline fuel filter, and I did not put a favorite for the Zama carb kit. Or a carb, but carb kit would be the effective way to go.
So you're struggling to get a carburetor for that, then, Bruce?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you said about spark plugs, Ken. I've ordered a 4A plug, NGK 4A, and that's going to take 6 days to get here. £8.89p for one plug. And it's going to take 6 to 8 days to get here. One plug.
Yeah, my dealer's limiting. Like, if I went in there and said, "Give me 6 or 8 of these," he looks at me like, "Do you really need them?" Because he's that low.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, I'm not quite sure the reason why. I did hear someone say the other week that there also now are not imitations, but there are different companies now producing like NGKs as well on behalf of NGK.
Okay.
I get nervous.
Apparently they're the same quality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess you gotta go with it. You gotta go with it.
Price though. What's the price though, Mick? You talking half the price? Or
same price.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know.
Wait.
It's just I'm just struggling. I'm buying him NGKs like sort of 2 boxes of 14 at a time. They're lasting like a week and a half, and you got to, as soon as you use one box up, you got to order another box straight up because it just takes too long. Just takes too. In fact, I'm having to look at some second-hand plugs just to get machines running so I can test them.
Makes me wonder though, because I just bought some NGKs at our local big box store cheaper than I can order them online, and that kind of scared me.
Yeah, there you go.
Are they real? They say NGK on them. It's the RJ19LM replacement for the NGK. I don't remember the BPR number.
I'm just finding so much stuff on Amazon at the moment. It's just out of stock. So much stuff is just out of stock. Just don't have it.
Sorry, out of stock.
Yeah, I was trying to find a blade for this
Honda.
Honda, HR173. Trying to find a blade for that. One person wanted £23 for it. For the blade, it's only 43 mil, 43 across. I got it for, that was out of stock, funnily enough, and I got it for about 14 quid in the end. But that's not going to be here till 24th.
That's still a lot for a little blade,
Yeah, but it's not going to be here till 24th. The blokes I want it back by middle of next week. That's another thing I'm having. I'm having demands. I'm adding a lot of demands, and I'm a big old lad to be giving demands to. Do you know what I mean? Normally, the only person that can give me a demand is Mrs. P.
Mrs.
Normally.
P.
Yeah, she's the only. Well, Nana can scrape through, but normally Mrs. P just gives me the look, and that's enough, But yeah, I'm getting all this. Oh, I want it back by Tuesday. I'm like, well, you bought it to me on a Sunday. What do you expect, bruv? Nothing's open.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I know the auction guy that dropped off that pressure washer, and he says, "Oh, I know you can do it." And I thought, man. You just bought this at an auction?
Well, I had this. I
did get it, by the way.
I had this BG86 in that needed a new recall assembly, and the bloke said, "Can I have it back by middle of next week?" I said, "Well, to be fair, bruv, I'll order it. I'll see where I can get it, and I could get it on Amazon. That wouldn't be here till end of or beginning of next week." So I spoke to my local steel dealer. I even spoke to Hayes Machinery as well. See if they had one in. Well, they might have had one in stock. They sometimes do stock them. But he said, no, Hayes said he haven't got one in stock. And my dealer down here only had a skeleton. I wanted the whole lot. And he said, I'll be in by middle of next week. It didn't come in till Friday, which is yesterday. It didn't come until yesterday. So the bloke had to wait an extra 2 days. And he wasn't being pushy. He's a nice fella. But do you know what? I can only get it when I get it. If your machine breaks down and you know what it is, order the part up and bring it with you. I'll fix it on the spot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If only it is that easy, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I don't use take in customers anymore. When people come and they demand me to fix their machine, so I took the opportunity to make a video of the deck that I fixed for the guy, which I really didn't want to take it in, but gave me the opportunity to make a video on.
That's it.
Well, I said those of us who do it on the side, we can pick and choose, which is our privilege.
Well, for me, the machines are the product for the YouTube. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce, if you get the C1Q number off the side of the carburetor, you can find out what RB or GND kit from Zema, and they're a lot easier to find that way than from China.
Right. Yeah, I got it somewhere too.
It should be printed in black
in my machine. I got it somewhere.
Glenn says, "Hi Mick, might be in lockdown in 5 weeks. More crap. Whereabouts are you, Glenn? I've got a feeling you're in Australia. I might be wrong now, mate.
Southern States.
Where are you, Glenn? Yeah, they're saying we're on the up again, apparently. No, really? We just had football. Over 90,000 people in the stadium, and we're going back up again? No.
Go figure.
Come on. They're making this stuff up.
Yeah.
Well, now they're saying don't unsubscribe from me now, guys. But they're saying that it's now the pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Yeah,
I heard
hear that.
Yeah.
There you go. See, that's what happens.
Yeah, they
I
just
just,
keep
hope, I
finding.
just hope they get their stuff together in Mexico by January.
Yeah. But Bruce, how about the 3 top New York Yankees that got it, and they all had their vaccines,
Yeah.
and they all got it.
But look at the amount of people that they're around. I mean, holy smokes.
Yeah, true.
Oh, Glenn's in Plymouth. Yeah, we're on the up. We're on the up, Glenn. You're on the up. Joe, I'm thinking the reason for part shortages is
I'll be right back.
the push up on e-machines could be. I can't find the parts on gas engines, and you're scrapping on them. Maybe I don't know. I think it's a case of the COVID situation going on, and I think also
They're taking advantage of it now.
Brexit probably didn't help us, and what have you. So it's probably something to do with that.
All the prices are going.
Other way around, actually vaccinated, walking around thinking they're bulletproof. Well, yeah, mate, possibly. I'm vaccinated. I'm not bulletproof. It's what it is. It's what it is. We'll see. If the numbers are climbing. Numbers are climbing. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. I'm vaccinated. I'm protected. That's good enough.
Yeah,
So is my family.
vaccinated.
So that's what it's about.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll all be all right. But I can't. I was watching the other day. Where was it gone right through the roof again? Oh, gone through the roof. Philippines. Out there, they've copped it. They reckon they're going to be as big as India out there. They reckon they're going to cop it spankingly. But hey ho, is what it is. My mate's been off work for 2 weeks. I'm just waiting for a phone call. I've got someone pick up a generator. Most of the UK population are now double vaccinated. Rates are going up. What's that all about? Yeah. What are you munching on there, Henry? What you got there? You're not joking when they say when they say they do it bigger and better in the States. They ain't joking. Oh, that's twice as big as your head. Look at Ken dribbling. Look, Ken's dribbling. Look. Hi, Jerry. Mate, nice to see you, mate. Are you doing well, buddy boy? Are you doing well? It makes me really angry. I've been isolating for my dad at 18 months. Yeah. I hear you, mate. I hear you.
See, Doritos, that's what I could go for.
I've been trying. Jordan says I've been trying to find parts for my 2003 Hater 48. Absolute nightmare. Yeah. It is. I mean, but then Hayes Machinery did say to me, he said, Mick, if you find any broken down mowers, he said, pick them up. Get them. He said, because this year it's going to be an absolute nightmare for parts. Absolutely crazy. So get them repaired and get them in because you're just not going to find the parts. I repair a lot of mowers parts, no problem. Direct. The rest are a nightmare. Yeah, I hear you. I'm finding it hard for bits. Really hard. Really struggling for parts this year. But I don't normally. Normally it's quite easy going. But I might have to nip over to Canada and have a look through Bruce's second shed. He's got some bits in that shed, as our Bruce. Just smash a thumbs up. Cheers, Drew. Mate, much appreciated, buddy boy.
Yes. I ordered a carburetor from Core Services, and I ordered a carburetor, air filter, and something else. And they sent me the order up twice. So I've got 2 carburetors, 2 air filters, and whatever else it was I ordered.
Well, come September, you might need it.
Yeah.
So, listen, look at this, you guys. Have you guys ever seen 2-stroke oil that looks like that? This is gasoline. This is gasoline.
You're a bit muffy, Bruce. Bruce, I think I'm under your beard.
Yeah.
That's better. I was getting some static.
This is the gasoline I took out of that steel chainsaw.
Yeah, if you can't see through it, there's a problem.
I know. Yeah. And this is I mixed it a little rich. This is the stuff that I put back in. Just for the first round, I made it like 30-1 instead of 50-1. Just for the first
they're making their own mix.
And what is that? That looks like 12-year-old fuel with motor oil in it.
It looks like somebody took a wee in it and they're really dehydrated.
Yeah.
And is there sediment on the bottom? Yeah, there is. So, yeah.
Stefan says, Mick, is Riley Boy okay? Not seen any new content. No, he is okay. Riley Boy has been isolating, but he did get the all clear just yesterday.
He's asking about Roy. Roy, our friend.
Sorry. I beg your pardon, Roy. Okay, right. So, you mean Roy's a boy? Is that who you mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Let me set the record straight, okay? Really straight. I don't want to set this any more straighter than I need to. All right, because I've already gone this before. Roy's a boy. Fell out with that man just there. Right, he fell out with him. Them two had a right tit for tat in my chat. Okay, I messaged Roy to say about it, and it wasn't bullying. It was just highly strung banter. That's what it was. No more than what I give out on a regular week to my guests on my panel. Anyway, Roy's a boy didn't like it, so Roy's a boy has no longer since then entered any of my streams, videos. He's blocked me on Facebook, Instagram, and all the rest of it. So he's doing his own thing. I don't think he's put a video out in 3 or 4 months from what I've seen. So I've got no idea what Roy's doing. Hey, message him and tell him to give me a bell. I've got no idea. I couldn't tell you, but he's gone his own distance from me for whatever reason it is, because he fell out with Pete. But it had nothing to do with me. As you all know, I run a clean stream, and from what I see goes on in the chat, generally it's quite highly strung banter, and I think Roy got a bit butthurt is what happened, and didn't like it because he got poked with a stick. That's the way it goes, but no idea. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't heard from him, so I can't possibly comment anymore. Exactly that. Oh dear, life goes on. Exactly that, Johnny. Yeah, exactly that. I shan't lose. Oh, there's someone behind Bruce. Who's that? Is that Mrs. P? There is lunch.
No, I had a junker lawnmower dropped off yesterday. It was so bad the blade was bent and the engine seized, and there's a guy who's going to take it to the recycler for me. Woo-hoo! I'll be right back.
All right, mate, no worries. So I have no idea. If you need to go on Micks Mowers, you've got to expect a bit of banter. Do you know what? It's I think you're right. I've always set the level playing field, right? I've always set the level playing field is that if you poke Micks Mowers, you're going to get poked back, right? It's going to happen. Whether it's in this video, this live stream, the next one, or in your video, I'll come and get you. It's going to happen. But I don't mind people taking the mick out of each other in the stream. As long as you don't make it personal and, and all the rest of it, then that's fine, right? That's why people come here. Come here for a laugh and a joke. And Roy didn't like it. It's as simple as that. So I told Roy it wasn't bullying, and hey, it's my stream, my rules, and that be the end of it, So that's that. So what have you been working on, then, Ken? Anything good, or just the normal mundane stuff?
Now today was an Aaron's tractor, which is actually made by AYP Husqvarna. And they claim that the mower deck belt kept popping off. Well, the reason it kept popping off is the guy keeps running over twigs and leaves and sticks and bamboo and all that. So anyway, I fixed that, and now it's got one of those Briggs overhead valve engines where the either the valves need adjustment or the compression release is messed up, where it's like brand new battery. It's like so I have to adjust the valves later on when it's cooler out. If that doesn't fix it, then it's camshaft time. But other than that, mostly 2 strokes, actually, this week. A lot of 2 strokes.
Exactly that, Chris. You don't need to bite the hand that feeds you. Exactly that.
But you get in a funk, though, FUNK. I want to be clear about that. You get in a funk where you get people dropping off old equipment, especially the older 2 strokes, and you're like depressed. You're like, I don't want to work in this crap. You know what I mean? A lot of the older stuff, and people are like, oh, when are you going to have it? Because I walk into work, and people are ready to drop stuff off in my truck in the parking lot and leave me a note on my desk. And it's like, whoa. I come in here. This is my 9 to 5. Don't bother me. Hi, Henry.
Between Henry eating and this guy over here trying to push that lawnmower with it in gear, I'm having a blast trying not to laugh.
In gear, is it a hydro without the lever pulled?
Yeah, I don't know. I was tempted to go over there and help the poor guy, but he pushed it through the gravel. I
know the back wheels are turning backwards.
Yeah, the back. That was funny. I'm laughing inside, trying not to disturb the stream, but I had to point it out. And then right there next to that skag is my pile of stuff that I bought.
You get a lot of stuff?
Yeah, not too bad. I got I can walk over there real fast if Nick doesn't mind.
Is this the auction you always go to, Rich, or a different one?
Yeah, this was a special consignment auction.
Yeah.
So
You know me, Rich. If I minded, mate, I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
What?
You know me, Rich.
I have that exact
mate, I'll just tell you. Oh, what is that? Oh, I can't show that on here. Get that off of. What is that?
I've had that exact one 2-3 times. They work good though. They really do with those Eager 1 engines. We won't say the T word. We'll just say Eager 1.
I got this time cutter Z5000. Yep. That was $65 for this bad boy.
Wow.
Oh, that's not bad.
Has the dreaded color on it, though.
Yeah, the color.
You got
but it does
to
turn
work on
over. And then I got this snow blower. I don't know why, because it was like
MTD.
$1 or something.
Yeah.
And then I bought a
James.
people have been asking for a rear bagger, so I bought.
Good evening, James.
Hello, boys.
James, we're men up here, mate. You're at the wrong stream.
Yeah, well, the alternative was rather rude, so I went to boys.
I mean, this thing here, the thing that he was trying to push, this went for
Rollins MTD.
It went down to $5. I could have bid on it and got it for $5.
Rich, it's missing a key component, bruv.
Right.
Missing the engine.
Very low horsepower.
Yeah, I'm used to bowlings like that.
Yeah, that dual MTD with that stupid mini bike drive in the back.
Yeah, but the guy bought 2 engines. I mean, this one obviously is a push mower, but he bought this Kohler.
Oh, a Courage Twin.
Yep, Kohler V-twin.
Johnny?
I miss auctions.
And then this has a opposing twin on it.
Right, Johnny.
So we bought that. One of those Briggs opposing twins.
Oh.
Those are pretty nice motors.
Hey, Rich, the one that was in the box, was that a brand new motor, or was that a motor that exploded, or what?
The one that was in the box?
Yeah.
The one in the box, yeah. That is,
That's nice.
actually, they're getting there to auction it off, I think. So I'll have to go here because I'm going to bid on it. That is a brand new motor. I can walk over there. It's a brand new motor, and it looks like somebody forgot to put oil in it.
Hey, Rich, if you go over there, mate, I'll bid on it for you.
You'll bid on it?
Yeah. Put me on loudspeaker, and I'll bid on it for you, bro. I'll look after you.
Nick's going to go 30 quid. The guy's going to go.
Yeah.
Well, my Bluetooth
Sold to the main.
Yeah, but they have to come down this row right here. Yeah. And then this is what I've been waiting on, this motor. So the Quantum Edge 6.5 has no oil in it.
That's a
So
good
I assume that somebody probably got it and went to start it with no oil and it froze up.
Is it locked?
Yeah, it's locked. Completely locked, but it has paperwork. So Briggs might have sent them a new one to put on, and then they swapped it out.
It may just have the brake on.
Yeah.
Oh, you go to stop.
Get a tie wrap and take the brake off.
Stop, buy one.
Can you not get to a brake on it, Rich, and pull the other side, mate?
Other side, yeah.
Get to a brake on it. Is there a brake on it?
Yeah,
pull that bit back and then squeeze that together and give it a
now
tug.
is the pull.
I don't know if I can hold all that.
You got 3 hands for the game.
Yeah, hold on. I don't know what you're looking at, but I don't know if you can even see me.
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah, we can see you.
It's probably
I need
locked.
something to cushion it a little bit.
Thing is, though, if it locks up straight away, it might be an easy fix, though.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Don't say it.
There you go.
Yourself.
Yeah, just don't even tell your best friend.
Look at that. Didn't even think about that, mate.
If anybody asks you, say, yeah, locked up.
It's
Yeah,
locked
it's
up.
locked up. But it has no oil in it.
No, they ship it without oil.
Yeah.
With no oil? Yeah.
Honda ships with oil. Honda
So that's
ships.
probably brand new, never been used.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get
I mean,
prices
it is rusty, though.
You think it's locked up.
Well, it's probably been sitting around for a while.
What are you going to offer for that, Rich? $50?
I'm going to offer like $1. What do you mean?
Oh.
There you go.
I'll buy that for $1.
You're kind of bidding.
Where every auction
S24?
start at $1.
That
I don't know
carburetor is
what-
worth a lot.
I mean, I'll probably give
I bid a
something for
penny.
it because
Two
the
four-
carburetor,
What's the last
right.
number, Bruce?
I mean,
247?
everything's new on it, so gas lines, carburetor, air filter.
Did you get in?
C1Q 247 S247.
So what should I bid for it? What's the most?
Not
I
a
don't know.
lot.
To me, I'd pay 50 for it if it's good running.
$50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right,
Price
starting at
30.
$1.
Okay, how many guys around have already got too many running engines in their possession?
Yeah, I only have about 5 or 6.
All right.
Oh, that's a nice one, though.
I've got a mount field that's about 30 years old that spun its chuck keeping.
There we
You
go.
know that because that's a newer Quantum. That's actually a nice buy.
All right, there we go.
Brand new.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
it is brand
Yeah,
new.
yeah, it's worth some money.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about the brakes, man. Dang.
That's why we're here.
That's why you're here. It's awesome. You
If
learn
it turns
something
over, it'll go.
every day.
What
You
was
learn
that?
something.
Did he get it to move? I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
It moved.
Yeah, got it to move.
So
Yeah.
it took a great thing off it turn.
That's it. Mick
Yeah.
is on his way.
Thank you, Mick.
Well,
Spider-Man.
I'm here. Well, I literally have just had someone turn up to buy a generator off me, which has been sat in my shed for, I don't know, 2 months, right? And a little two-stroker. It's been running A1, start, stop, beautiful, no problem at all. And someone to turn up to buy it off me. I ran it yesterday, no problem. It starts A1, no issues.
We know what's going to happen.
No. I tell you, no. I tell you, I didn't even get that far, Bruce. I just turned the petrol tap on, and the tap's come off in my hand. I've got another one here. They're coming back tomorrow. I've got another one here. I'll take the part off of that and use that. Literally, it just snapped off in my hand. Done. Bang. Oh, I can't make that sort of stuff up. That's the sort of stuff you expect from a main dealer. Speaking of main dealer, Jason, James, are you doing well?
Oh, all good. All good. How are you guys?
Doing okay. I must say, thoroughly enjoyed your little live stream the other day. Massive launch on your new Milwaukee tools and what have you. Looks like you're going to have hours of fun in there.
Yeah.
So, are you pleased with how the live stream went? And are you pleased with the publicity it showed and what have you?
Definitely. No, it's really good. Really, really happy. It went better than expected. It's quite stressful leading up to it. How the hell do you do all this by yourself, Mick? I'll never know. So hats off to you. But no, I'm only up for a short time tonight because I promised the wife I would spend some time because I've neglected her for the last couple of weeks. And no, that's not a picture of my wife. My wife's got more hair.
Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly. You got it, Bruce.
I understand.
But no, I wanted to say, just pop up and say thank you very much to everybody who helped out and supported us, and especially you, Mick, for everything you've done. Absolutely fantastic, absolute diamond you are.
Well, I mean, I do try to help as much as I can, and you're right, James. When you're trying to run a live stream, and I mean yours is a bit different to mine. You know, you had multiple things going on and what have you, but yeah, it really is not easy to run a live. I mean, anyone can hit the live button and just go live and start yakking. Anyone can do that. Okay, that's not the hard bit. The hard bit is when you're trying to bring other bits in, keep the chat going. You know, and try and get your like Will's got to put in the right videos at the right time. In fact, there was a piece where I think Will hit the button twice, and then I saw you dart under the counter or something like that. It just happens, man.
It wouldn't have been right if it had something hadn't gone wrong.
Yes,
exactly that.
That's why
what it
people
is.
watch. That's why people watch YouTube instead of television, because it's human.
Oh, I was watching a stream the other week. This gentleman here was running a stream, and at one point in his stream, he fell over backwards and was on his back like a tortoise. all you saw was a bottle of beer like that go over he went.
Oh, that was funny. Isn't it?
All you could see was Lord Ian Matthews on his back like an old mud skipper, giving it some.
Oh, that was funny. That was pure funny.
Who we got there? Have we got Spider Woman in the house? Is that Spider Woman? You're muted. Yeah, Spider Woman. Hello, Spider Woman. Nice to meet you. Hope you're doing well.
You doing good?
Nice to see you.
Hey, look at this. Her first ever sports day, and she won a race.
Wow.
Hey.
First
Well done.
place.
Congrats.
I only ever got first place for playing Kiss Chase. I
You have
only
to
raced by one.
go through some loops, and then you have to put loops on her hands and run with one on her head, balance it. She just put it on her head and just legged it. Didn't come off her head or anything. She just left it on standing.
You see, the problem is, Johnny, had that been me or you, that hoop.
Oh, yeah.
What you want is a little bit of structure. That's what you want, a little bit of structure.
Oh, yeah. You like Michael Bolton? I've been Michael Bolton.
You know?
He's a mixture of Michael Bolton and Bon Jovi, is Tim.
So, with your now being a Milwaukee main dealer, then James,
Yes, indeed.
how do you see that's going to change your business at all? Because obviously, being a tool dealer like that, and technically supplying one catalyst of tool make and what have you.
Yeah.
Is that going to change the road you perhaps perceived you were going down, or is that better for you?
It's nice to, at the end of the day, the more different things you sell, the more footfall you'll get into a shop. But also our online side of the business is going really, really well. So it's works really well in both aspects. There's no one local to us who deals in Milwaukee, who stocks it properly like we've got and what we're planning on expanding on even further. So no, it's all part of the plan. And things like shows and things, we won't be taking it to shows and things, but we'll be in the shop and on the website. But no, it's looking good.
Good. Bruce, you see that message?
Just one sec.
See that?
Thanks.
Oh.
Look at RB176 kit. Thanks, Ken. Writing that down now.
I'll leave it there for you, Bruce, so you can see it. So, no, I actually enjoyed the stream, James. It was quite good to see Josh again and what have you, working away. And, I think for a little family sort of run business, you sold it quite well. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's good. I'm glad it came across well.
No, I think you did. It didn't come across as a commercial. As a commercial, just out to sort of sell stuff. It's not how it came across. It came across as a more family-friendly approach to where your business is going. It wasn't just like getting a salesman come through the door and telling you how much it's going to cost you and what you should be buying. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It was no pressure and good fun.
I don't know. I turned in and I thought it was just a bunch of cocky limeys, but that's me.
You mucker.
He gets by that.
Well, as soon as he said he doesn't ship to the U.S., I mean, it's like click. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I ship to the UK.
Hang on, right? So there is my mate Ken there giving it all the bigging about, don't ship to the US, sat there in his super clean T-shirt, but don't ship to the UK.
UK.
Yeah, all right. Give it all the big one, brother. Yeah. Apparently, if you enter the Micks Mowers discount code, you'll get 55% off all products.
55.
Yeah, you will. No, he's nearly right. It's 56%.
Apparently so.
I was actually impressed by the size of your place, James. Really nice, good sized place.
Brandon's off to go and cut his grass.
We need more space.
No, it was cool, man. You know, I liked it. You know, it was a good stream, and you're right. I work quite hard behind the scenes. It's funny because when I was giving your website link, initially it was going off to a product, and your just giving page. When I copied that link, it successfully went to the because you ran a live stream in aid of a charity called CALMS, which helps towards male suicide prevention and living life better. When I ran that link, it then took me to another charity. Really weird, not experienced that before. And then more hideously, when I ran your YouTube channel link, it went straight to my wish list. I did really well out of that. I did really well. The parcels I've had through my door this week, you would not believe.
I can't believe you're donating all of that to the charity, Mick. It's very kind of you.
No, it was weird. It was weird. Two of the links kept opening another gateway to somewhere else. Really weird. Not seen that before. Really weird. But no, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it, and it was an absolute pleasure to have been a part of it behind the scenes and help you guys out. That's what it's all about.
It's really good. But no, you say that you didn't feel like a pressured sales pitch. You know, we get told that we sell things for people that not actually realising they bought something. So,
yeah, no, it's good.
Hey!
I enjoyed it. Hey, Harry Potter's in the house. All right, Harry, how you doing?
All right, mate. How are you doing?
It's Harry Potter's granddad.
Long time no see.
Yeah,
no
doing all right, mate. We're doing okay, by the way. We just sit there chewing the fat like we normally do. Just talking about James there. He's in the centre. He can't stay long because he hasn't got permission to play slip sign. So he runs a dealership up in Devonshire. And he did a live stream last week promoting a product, Milwaukee products. And also running it for charity for male suicide prevention and what have you. So yeah, had a really good chat on there for a while. It's good. I enjoyed it. Where is Klaus today? He's probably drunk. So Bill, where have you been, bruv? I've not seen you for about 15 years.
Ooh, no, I'll tell you. The last time I was on was when your $1 million crane train truck went on fire.
Oh, the old Tampico fire, yeah. That was about 2 months ago, wasn't it? 2-3 months ago?
Yeah, yeah. Must have been.
I've been
working, mate.
Working my ass. You've not been working for the past 10 years.
9 shifts a week, and we're underwater here in Switzerland, in Lucerne. The lake's just burst its banks, so we're wellies in canoes.
Bill, you've not been working since the day you moved out to Switzerland, because you Switzerland people are all sort of laid back, ain't you? You're like manana, do it tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Oh,
double underlined here, mate.
Got a nice little super chat there. $2 from Simba Small Engines. Cheers, silly mate. Much appreciated, Mel, buddy boy. What's that there?
That's the charity that James was raising money for.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. That's a charity. How much did you get to? Do you know how much you get to in the end, James? You know,
it's about 700 and something, but we haven't. I was in meetings all day yesterday, so
it was
the final figure.
It was 155 nicker when I last left it. Here we go.
That was on the Just Giving link, wasn't it?
That link there, isn't that weird? Oh, is that an advert? What's that all about?
The one I posted is just the main website for them.
Oh, that's the main website, is it?
There you go.
All right. That's weird. That's not what come up.
No, I'll delete it then.
But I think that's just generically the website for the charities. I think, Ken, that is. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it says campaign against living miserably. Right?
Yeah, that's the right website.
Yeah, that's the right website. Yeah, 75% of all U.S. suicide, UK suicide are male. Yeah.
Apparently, the Germans have got flooding too. Is that right?
Oh, real bad.
Only about
Yeah,
two
terrible.
cans that are at risk of collapsing as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the people are saying they got to go on the state then, or go on the federal.
I think this is a problem. I don't watch any sort of normal TV or news or not a lot like that. So generally, someone can say, "Oh, have you seen what's going on in Canada?" No, I ain't got a clue, mate. I don't.
Belgium, same thing.
I don't have a TV at all, mate.
Yeah, I know,
I have
we've got one.
the now TV set, but no live TV or news or anything.
We've got one because Riley Boy has the old Netflix and YouTube on and what have you. But
Well,
we
listen,
don't watch
if you only watch that sort of thing through your TV, streaming through your internet, you don't have to pay for a TV license, you know.
I'm not worried about a TV license, Johnny. The amount of money I earn on here, mate, pays for that 15 times over, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I'm not worried.
Well, maybe so, but still better. I'm not paying BBC 160 quid a year.
Yeah, I'm not worried. To be fair, I don't know what goes out of the bank each day. 1 week to the next, mate, on my account. I've got no idea. Mrs. P takes control of all of that.
We've got so much smoke in the air here that it actually feels cool. Like it's like a cloud.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean smoke? Is it like mist?
From fires. From forest
California's
fires.
burning.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah, they're having a hell of a barbecue, isn't out there?
And there's a little town of 2,000 people that was wiped right off the map. The whole town was burned.
Did they get out? I'm assuming they got out.
Two fatalities out of there, and they got the rest out.
I know. I was watching on YouTube. I think that was related to fires over there, and some bloke. I think he was at home. I know he was at work, and he's got like I've got Wi-Fi cameras around the house and what have you, and he can see the fire coming up the hill, and he's trying to wake his wife up, who was in bed.
Oh.
He's like, get out of bed, you lazy mare, and what have you. And she got out. She's like, "Whoa! There's a fire coming up the hill." And she looked out the window, and there's a fire coming up the hill.
Nick, there's the link to James's portion of it. So if you click on that, you'll see what's in there now.
So what you're saying is, if I click on this link here, I can see James's portion.
Yep.
That's right.
So that's good.
I'm saving about the wife in a minute.
When I left that portion, it was £155, and it's now currently sat at £215, James.
Brilliant. That's really good. Really good. And
That's
then
really good, isn't it?
And then we've got obviously the donations on YouTube as well, which
Right.
I think was about that was about 500.
All it can do is grow now.
Yeah, exactly that. That's what it can do. Anyway,
brilliant
cheers,
job.
everyone. Happy Christmas.
Cheers.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Cheers.
I'm going to have to disappear because the wife is in need.
Say hello.
So we will. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
James.
I gotta stop.
James, just take us with you, brother. Take us with you.
You're not gonna get off.
Here's my old joke, right? Did she ever get that mole removed from the back of her leg?
No,
Just keep the sound on. Just shut the camera off.
it's still there, and the Bruce tattoo.
James, it's been emotional. Thank you very much, Rich, for coming up as well, mate. Much appreciated. I'll catch you two guys later on.
Susan, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, hello. This is what happens. Look, this is what happens when you leave the back door wide open. Look. See, there he is. He's in Germany, isn't he? What's going on there?
Yeah, Bavaria. Good beer.
He's on holiday. You chose the wrong week to go to Germany, bruv, didn't you?
Oh God, yeah.
I remember now. Last week he said he's going away, isn't he?
Should have took a canoe.
I watched the end of his. What are those weird sounding engines he's got there? The lawnmower.
Canoe.
Yeah, it was a Briggs and Stratton flathead, but it was a
Clippers.
Clipper. Good video, Klaus. Even though you're
Yeah, I see that. I see. He got a new toolbox as well. He's quite pleased with that, isn't he?
I tell you got a beautiful lawn there, and with the raised beds and everything, really pretty.
It's not as nice as Bruce's lawn. Bruce's lawn is so much better for a man whose lawn is under snow. Best part of 3/4 of a year.
Yeah.
You should see the water bill we get from the city to do that, though.
Yeah, I bet you.
Yeah.
It's a Clippo. CLIPPO.
Thank you.
Clippo.
It's a clipper, isn't it? A clipper.
Clippo.
A bit like Oscar Varney.
Yeah. Love the way.
Yeah.
I bet he's on the beer anyway.
So Klaus, I watched your video and it was all in Danish, and I caught a few words.
To me, he might as well be saying it in Dutch. I ain't got a clue what he's talking about.
Mick, zoom in for a minute, Mick. Wait, zoom in for a minute.
Zoom in on who?
On me.
Where are you?
Henry mentioned Clippo, so I looked up Clippo.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
I just want to make sure we're talking the same thing.
It's on sale anyway.
To be perfectly fair, he don't look like the sort of bloke that wets a bed, do he? To be fair, but then I suppose it takes all sorts.
And what he's dreaming about.
Surely when the alarm goes off, it's a bit late.
Yeah, definitely. So, Bill, what have you been doing over there, mate? You say you've been busy. What is that university in it and what have you, or what?
Yeah, that's right. Been busy there with COVID, everything in lockdown, and been a right pain. These masks are like killing me. And I also work at the desk.
I thought all you lot over there were doing all right.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but when you've got 120 kids from 37 different countries who are all 18 plus and cocky and drunk, and they just won't listen to reason. So it's poor.
Sounds like my kind of place, brother.
I remember back when I was always right. Oh, I remember back when I was always right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have to do Club 18, you know.
Exactly.
It's like I was going to say, I remember back when we were always drunk.
It's like I say to my boys now, Bruce, leave now whilst you know it all. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
what do you mean room and board? I'm moving out.
I'll tell you something. Shock horror this week. Shock horror this week. I was at the dining table with my eldest, Ethan. He was being sociably with me. He was watching it YouTube on his laptop at the table whilst I was eating my dinner, and I'm sitting there trying to talk to people, and he's just ignoring me. Anyway, he went to go and get a drink or something. I clicked on YouTube that he was on, went to Micks Mowers. My eldest son is not even subscribed to my channel.
What?
I made my daughter unsubscribe to mine.
My family is like, what's a you what?
The worst of it is that he was subscribed to my channel, so he's actually turned it off. Not anymore. He's now subscribed and has all the notifications ticked. I did it myself. But can you believe that? He's not even subscribed to my channel.
So you just that's my family.
My
daughter's
kids have different names, and they'll watch me covertly, so I don't know it's them.
Oh, you got to watch what you say then.
I made my daughter unsubscribe from me. you don't want me.
I found the same with my mum not being sub. Yeah, there you go. I know exactly. Yeah, I know. Talk about family support. Mm-hmm. Even my Riley boy subscribed to me on his channel. He watches all my videos. He's great, right? He's one of the best supporters I've got.
Well, you guys have heard this one. How about this old one where they're going to take YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook and put them all into one place and call it UTwitface?
That cut price subscription then.
I have friends that absolutely think what I'm doing here on YouTube is just stupid waste of time.
Yeah,
and,
really.
And I've been doing it for 9 years now. I've been online.
When you get YouTube channels chattered on your abs, that's when your kids think you're going a bit nuts.
Yeah.
I personally think, right, especially this last 18 months. Is that your watch, Bill?
Yeah. Oh, you hear the bells? Oh my God! Sorry. Yeah, that's my watch.
Henry's time for your meds, Henry. Henry, meds time. Meds time.
Is that the dinner?
It's medication.
Ken, is that a dinner bell? I think personally, for the past 18 months, not just on my channel, although I have noticed it more, since with the virus and whatever floating around, the YouTube platforms, especially the live streams where people can go and talk about any topic, it's been a lifesaver for lots of people. You know, lots of people with mental health issues and on their own and what have you, or going through some kind of family ordeal. It's been an absolute lifesaver for some people doing this kind of. It has. I mean, I see it all over the news and bits and pieces. You know, people doing charity events and people doing Zumba classes and even Riley's primary school when they was all away from school.
I'm not showing off, Mick, but look at me. I've lost 11 stone since all this.
Exactly. You know, exactly.
There's only so much weight in the world. And I've gained those. I've gained those 11.
In pounds, I weighed 378 pounds. Now I weigh 225.
I generally weigh that, Johnny, after a Chinese. Generally,
just like an Australian dingo.
I hadn't had any bread, potatoes, or anything with carbs in for 2 years. Coming up to 2 years now.
Oh, you wouldn't like a roast dinner around my house, Johnny.
Yeah, no.
But
I was so good at roast potatoes as well.
I've moved from happy hour to happy hours.
I used to use duck fat and everything. Oh, they melt in your mouth. But, no.
Yeah.
We're all a bit annoyed now. Says, well, why should I make them at Christmas if I'm not going to eat them?
I mean, we've even had Riley had a scoliosis scare and what have you. We had speech and language, and we had orthopedics, and we had a spinal surgery. But they're even FaceTiming us, you know, to see how we're doing and to have examinations over the internet and what have you. And Riley's school did a couple of classes where they got all of Riley's school up on the TV to do at-home learning. It was an absolute scream. And if that's what it's like normally in Riley's school, I'd love to go there.
my little foster sister, Christine, the little deaf girl that I take to school and all that, she's just been on TV to help advertise fostering.
Oh, right. Fantastic.
Perfect. It's been wonderful. My wife does exercises every second day, and then every other day she does yoga on the laptop downstairs. And, for me, I've got about 110 to 150 comments a day that I do before lunch. And then I go outside for an hour, and then I get called in for lunch. So, yeah, I mean, it provides me that extra outlet because I'm not the kind of guy that goes and makes best friends with the neighbor, right? You know.
Yeah, I keep myself to myself where I live.
Yeah,
my friends are on it, so
yeah. Well,
plus, when you get hammered, you don't have to walk home or get a taxi. You just press off.
Exactly. In fact, Bruce was saying about getting smashed the other day. He invites his friend round for a couple of beers, and Bruce doesn't have to walk home because he's already home. Isn't that right, Bruce?
Yeah. And Steve, if he leaves his 71 truck out front, he can walk home. So
yeah, there you go. All of my kids were off school during lockdown. How my missus and I still are alive is beyond me. Well, yeah, I understand that. that I do understand.
Well, Riley and Mick will understand. We're having Riley. We had Luke and Christine 18 months, and Luke's a stickler for routine. It proper affected him. His behaviour, his out, but normally he's a quick, calm lad, but he's been carrying on. He's brought the dog for him in the house.
I think Riley coped quite well initially because he was at home, and our house is despite how outgoing we all are, our house is quite a quiet house. If you want a bit of quiet space, you can find that in our house quite easily, you know. And the structure is generally quite relaxed, and Riley Boy just tends to take each day in his stride. But I have noticed of late where he's been going back to school. I think we did a 3-day release back, which was like every other day. He struggled more with that because the children were changing each day. The teachers were changing each day.
Keena's 17, 7 soon, right? And when all this started, she was 5. It's mad.
Yeah,
I know. But it has been a good year for chatting. I mean, you know, like my old mucker there, we're absolutely miles apart.
I should call Kimberly and she can say hello.
Go get her.
Oh, she never slept a wink last night, so I feel for you, Mick.
Yeah, well, I get that all day long. I mean, we're used to that.
Come here, Kimberly.
Riley was awake at 1:30 this morning, Bruce. 1:30.
Luke woke up at 10 to 5.
10 to 5's a lane in my house.
Oh, they've let him bring his apple out. He's on his bubble burst again. I think his teacher just likes 10 days off with a week in between. But they've let him bring his Apple tablet back, and his autism is obsessed with stuff. So because he can't log in there because it's a school tablet, oh dear.
Here she is.
Oh,
there she is. Let's turn it on.
Hi, Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Hi, Kimberly.
Yeah, on that camera. What's up here?
We can't see you. Oh, there she is. Hi,
Kimberly.
Can I get a wave? Where's my wave? Where's my wave?
She's not impressed
I
with
hear
you.
you. She's gone camera shy. Keep right. Woo. High five. Exactly that. Good girl. Off she goes. Back. Go and get another beer. Good girl. Right. That's a little art.
It's just like my wife. My wife will come in, give me a high five, and then I won't see her for 3 days.
Wow.
What's your secret, Ken?
Oh, I got to go back to
Marriage.
Say again, Bruce.
Oh, Kimberly is the autism is the ultimate shy.
Yeah.
So there's lots going in, but there's not much coming out. So.
The thing is, Bruce,
my little Luke's like he's 14 though.
The thing is, Bruce, is
she's 39.
There's been a few occasions with Kimberly, though, Bruce, where she's come in and said hello and then walked off again, and sort of I've been like, "What? Where did that come from?"
She spoke out.
You know what I mean? Got Wayne in the house. Wayne is the old man from EP Performance. There is Bruce, the old man from EP,
right?
And all those friends of yours. Waste of time. Do not take your equipment to Bruce to fix. What's that all about?
I don't know. Bruce, the old man at EP, to all those friends of yours that you do as a
the ones that complain, they get fixed their own stuff.
Don't take their stuff, right? Well, you know what? It all works out in the end because
it says Bruce messing about.
No, I think I just had people sometimes they expect a little bit too much, eh?
Yeah, I've been twice this week, Bruce. I've done the what I don't normally do is the add a little bit on top because you're mucked with it gag. You know, right. If I had a mower come in, I think it was last week, right? Came in with a diagnosis, pardon me, of engine smoking, excessive smoke coming out of the machine. Okay, there goes my little Bruce across my shed, little grey-haired squirrel just ran across my shed. That's his name. I've got a little grey-haired squirrel called Bruce. It came in as an excessive smoking machine, Quantum NTD lawn flight. Okay, so he brought it on in, and I said, "What do you want me to do, bruv?" He said, "Well, just stop it from smoking if you can." Okay, no problem. So I had a look at it. Filter absolutely rammed full of oil, so new filter in. Spark plug, wrong spark plug, new spark plug in. Oil was very, very low, probably because it's been coming out of the exhaust and out of the carburetor.
Up the breather.
Yeah. So tank flush, oil change, and what have you. And then I had to put the blade on because the blade was actually loose. It was actually able to just spin with your hand. Okay. So I put it all back together before I could even fire the machine successfully. Did that. And then I said, "Have you tipped up at all?" No. Okay, no problem.
No,
so
never.
I filled it up, put it out in the garden. I smoked Mrs. P's washing out for about 25 minutes, and eventually it settled on down and what have you, and was no problem. So I asked him again, "Are you sure you didn't tip it up? I need to know, otherwise I can't diagnose it." And he said, "Yeah, my mum stored it last year up on its front wheels, so it was sat." It sat upright. So
I'm surprised it wasn't hydrolocked. I'm surprised it wasn't hydrolocked.
Wasn't yeah. Well, I think all the oil had come out, Bruce, and it was all in the air filter, you know. So,
and on the floor of the shed.
So that was that. So high occasion. So that was that. So I got the machine running, and he had a little bit of a bill for the new parts I'd had to put in it to run the machine successfully. And the pull cord was literally hanging on by a thread, and I mean literally, it was just there. And I said to him, "Do you want me to do the pull cord whilst I'm here? It is going to snap within the next 2 or 3 pulls. I know it is. No, leave it. It'll be fine. Okay, no problemo." Right. So anyway, he messaged me this week
Pull cord.
to say how much for a pull cord change. So I told him how much it was. And when he turned up on the driveway, he said, "Well, I might have had a little go at it myself." Bruce, that's the exact same noise I made, but I made it out loud. So anyway, I undid a few bits and pieces. Yeah, he'd been in there, and he'd actually managed to, the little on the Quantums, the little tiny metal plate that sits up against the spring, which activates your dogs when you
plotted plate.
That was all the way round the wrong way where it shouldn't be. Okay, so he'd been in there. So do you know what? Stick a tenner on it because it would have been a quick, easy 10-minute fix, But I changed it all, got it all together, put it all back together, pulled the cord, and nothing. It's just pulling, So I take it all off again, and just I had to take the pull cord assembly apart and turn that bit round. So yeah, it was 2 pull cords I had to do in the end because it came off twice.
Was that the one with the bad dog?
I hate to say this, Mick, but if that was a Tecumseh, it would have been 2 1/4-inch nuts, and you could have just flipped her.
Yeah.
Actually, saying that, I actually had a problem with one of those dreadful engines. Same thing. This week, I did a Flymo video this week, and on those engines, on the pull cord assembly, that little metal plate that sits in the spring, they've got like 2 very small lugs, haven't they? Two little tiny lugs,
right?
Yeah,
so hold on.
They're not nipples. One of the lugs are snapped off on there, so I was a bit stuck. But I had a spare one down there out the way, so I managed to use that. But I had to take it apart to get that plate off. Isn't that a simple little thing? You got to get a punch, and you got to punch that big old pin out just to get in there without smashing the recoil assembly. If that thing didn't get thrown across my shed 15 times, I don't know.
I keep about 5 working rewinds in the shed, and then I just go get one and pop it on there and fix it later.
Yeah, fix it later, my bum. I'm throwing mine straight in the bin. Absolutely hideous. But so yeah, literally, if I'm going to make that a new rule. Do you know what? If it's broke, bring it in. I'll fix it. But if it's broken, you've had a go at it. It's got to be more money, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
stand this. Okay, I guess it's bitch session. But when they bring them over to you, and then they tell you what's wrong with it, and they used to be a small engine mechanic. How many guys have heard that? I was a small engine mechanic.
Yeah,
I know.
Why didn't you?
I don't have time now. Yeah.
Why didn't you fix it if you're?
Mick, like you're saying, Mick, it's sort of like a diagnosis fee to figure out what the hell they did.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
I'd check what the hell is this?
Ephion says Saltex says the 6th to the 9th. No, mine says up the top there 3rd to 4th. Mine says. You might look at the wrong dates, mate. Mine definitely says 3rd to 4th, unless they've changed it round, bruv. I don't think they have. I haven't had an email. Oh yeah, I've had a lot of people come in and tell me.
There is a summer one, Mick.
Oh, is there? Could be. It's in November when I'm going to. Yeah, I've had a few people come in and say, this is what it needs. So, literally, that's what I do. I just do what they said. Well, all done, mate. Good to go. I wasn't running. Nah. You told me what you wanted me to do to it. That's what I done. I want it running. Well, you didn't specify that, did you? Come on. I ain't got a crystal ball. But I've also had a lot of this. Still getting these. I've got a hedge trimmer here. It's a what is that? I don't know what it is. A yellow thing. It's staring at me right now. I don't know what it is. Anyway, he bought a hedge trimmer in this fella. All working. Henry meds. He said it's all working. It was all working. He said, but the fuel lines come off. That thing ain't running 15 years that I know of. You can just tell by the state of the fuel lines, the primer bulb, and the gunk that's in the tank. That's never ran. So I messaged him to say, well, I've done the fuel lines. He said, does it run? I said, well, you tell me. He's only running last week, remember? And since then, I haven't heard from him. He hasn't got back to me. He won't be coming back.
I love it when they say it ran the last time when I put it up. But how long ago did you put it up? 2 years ago?
It was running the last time I used it, obviously.
Yeah. No, it ran when I put it up. But that's the famous saying right there. It was running good. Now it just won't start.
Yeah, they say I put it away when air raid stopped.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got my big phone, my big invoices. I'm glad I got that so I can write all that down. Ran when it was put up. Then I asked the customer, okay, when did you put it up? Last year? That way I got something to go on. But I really don't need that information, but it helps a little bit.
Well, I got a little
the gas is this color. Right?
Yeah. There you go. The gas is vitamin P orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When you get dehydrated, when your body gets dehydrated,
you're out in the garden, yeah.
Yeah, and you're in the garden and you go to Twinkle, and that color, that's what the gas looks like, and smells even worse.
Yeah. Well, I had a young lad come in the shop the other week. He could have only been 14 years old, and I think he might have been on the autistic spectrum. I think only mildly. He bought a little hedge trimmer. He said he bought it off of some bloke. It was running fine last week, and he wants it because he does a few little bits and pieces on people's hedges, and earns himself a few quid. So okay, a few fuel lines is all that is required. Is what he told me. So I bought it in. When it got in line, I put two new fuel lines on, filled the tank up, and the primer bulb. I pushed it in, and the primer just stayed there. Okay, right, that ain't working. So I sprayed some WD-40 in a carby, filled it right with WD-40, try and loosen the diaphragm up. No, still didn't have it. So I took the carburetor apart, and the diaphragm was as solid as you like, and I mean it was like a sheet bit of metal. It would not move for the love nor money. So I had a diaphragm here, so I put a new diaphragm in it. That made no difference at all after a little clean. So in the end, I went round to the lady who lives just behind me here. I said, your boy's edge cutter needs a new carburetor. I can get one for 15 quid. Be here tomorrow. Put that on. You'll be good to go. What do you mean? She said it ran last week. She said it's been sat in the shed. I know for 2 years. in a little treasure, you know what I mean? But she says he does often wander with the truth, is what she said. So
you guys saw the fuel that came out of that nice MS 291, right? A half hour ago, yeah. It was like almost black. How does that even happen?
It does. I think I've seen a lot of trimmer stuff, Bruce, that has that black nylon style fuel line, the cheap Chinese and black stuff.
Yeah,
I think that stuff actually debiogrades into the fuel and turns that a bit black. I have seen that.
We do 50 to 1, 50 oil, 1 gas.
Yeah,
that or they use some of that dark blue
2-stroke fuel.
Yeah, 2-stroke oil.
But it turns out a nice light color if you use the right mix.
Usually,
but they probably put too much in it.
Yeah.
You're on about in the UK. There could be about 600,000 cars that won't run on that E10 that's coming.
You know what? I think what it was that the father of the kid's 30, but the father of the kid, he's my age. He probably just took some 1030 oil and mixed it 50 to 1 with the gas, and it turned into a schmoo.
Oh wait, where is that can of oil I have? Where is it at?
And
I have a can of oil that says mix to 6 gallons of gas for your outboard. Right. This was 30 weight motor oil.
Right. Well, that's how my dad mixed it.
That's what they used to use years ago when it was like, I forget 32 to 1 or 16 to 1,
24 to 1.
Tolerances were a mile long.
Yeah.
My dad used to just my dad took the gas can and he'd take a metal can of BP oil or something, and he just go glurk glurk glurk. You'd look at
That's
the
my
color.
favorite customer. How much do you mix? It's good enough. They're like, it's good enough.
Nowadays, you need you need a cough drop container with the milliliters on there, so you know exactly how much to put in. And
I use graduated cylinder.
I use a little glass.
You know the little. I use the little tiny medicine syringes. You're getting kids Calpol, paracetamol. You know the little syringes. I use them.
Yeah.
5 mil, 5 mil, and 2.5. Brilliant. I've got a question there from Chris. Any ideas for cleaning out Briggs and Stratton fuel tanks? I'm guessing that you're on about you got a dirty fuel tank. I don't know whether you mean a riding mower, or is it just a flathead, or is it an E-series, or so? Bruce, what would be your professional standing on standard fuel tank flush and clean process?
Well, of course, you got to dump it out, and then I take some Varsol, which is paint thinner, which is still a hydrocarbon. Mix it with some real sharp nuts and bolts. If it's a metal tank, and roll it around for half an hour, just shake it and roll it. But if it's a plastic tank, I would just rinse it out and 2 times with new fuel. And depends on if it's metal or gas. Metal or plastic.
So what I do, Bruce, I'm slightly different to you. I would give it a swirl with whatever's in there first and dump that all out. And then I would give it a quick clean with fresh fuel, dump that all out. And then I leave the tank fully open, let it all evaporate out. I might put a cotton rag in there to soak up all the debris best I can. Let it dry right out and evaporate. And then I hit it with an air compressor to try and blow all the bits and bobs that come out of it as well. That's about the best I can get one to be cleaned. But it all depends. From a 35 Classic. So, yeah, I would just literally give it a tank flush with clean fuel. And then get some rag. I wouldn't use toilet tissue or kitchen tissue. I wouldn't use that because it always falls apart.
The blue shop towel works.
Yeah, a shop towel would be brilliant. Stick it in there and just soak it all up. And you'll be surprised how many bits of grass that takes out. And then let it dry right out, in a safe environment. Let it all evaporate off. And then hit it with an air compressor. And that should blow out pretty much sort of 70% of your debris coming out of there. But with a Classic, don't forget... the main jet does have a little gauze on the main jet anyway, a screen to protect it. So it's not life or death, as long as you got most of it out, I'd say.
Right.
Straight alcohol to get rid of the water.
Yeah. Right.
Wayne is saying there is a counterfeit spark plugs being sold online, B2LMs apparently.
I've been hearing about that.
Yeah,
was this what I was saying earlier on in the stream about another company selling them? Is that the same sort of thing, do you reckon?
Yeah.
That's the fake Chinese knockoffs.
Yeah, my dealer said that they tried to put them into some of the distributors, but they caught them.
Oh, yeah. So now we got fake Chinese knockoff.
Fake
crap. Man, as if we didn't have enough trouble with a torch plug sent around the world. Now we've got up fake NGKs as well. The world's all gone to pot, I tell you.
Well, those last 4 NGKs I bought, I worried about them because I got them cheap and they were at a big box store.
Hey, but Bruce, like you say though, Bruce, how many times do you just clean the plug though? Seriously.
Oh, I clean plugs and then I measure.
I have
them
so many with the black paint still on them on the Briggs engine.
Yeah,
clean them up.
And I clean them up and I measure them with an ohm-meter, and if I get even 1/1,000th, of a leak to ground, then she's toast. I throw it out. I kind of tell by the weight. If it's a heavier plug, I'll work hard at recovering it because you can't get those old plugs anymore.
If it's a torch spark plug and I throw it out a window, if it breaks a window, then it's got to be thrown.
Good sound.
They can proper shatter a window, can't they? Spark plug.
Oh yeah, that's all they're for. So how are you doing then, Dave? You're sat there with your long blonde locks, giving it all the big one. How are you doing, babe? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'll show you what I'm working on.
Oh, here we go, and let's see what we got. Can we have a guess first? Can we have a guess first? Too late.
What
our favorite brand,
Blueland.
A green one.
Is that
green? Is that a wood shop?
Is that a Blueland 36?
Yeah.
They're about as good as a torch spark plug. Just throw it through a window.
No, that was back in the day when Blueland were not a bad saw back then.
When they were metal, they were really good, actually.
Yeah. This one, it had all kinds of problems with it.
What's been the problems with that then, Dave?
Fuel lines,
carburetor,
just a mess. I mean,
so is that what about the oiling line? You've had to replace the oiling line on that as well, because they can be quite good fun, can't they?
No, I haven't got that far yet with it.
I always find with them cheaper style chainsaws is you get it running just right, and then you put oil in it, and you fire it back up, and it just chucks oil out everywhere, and you got to strip the whole thing back down again to change your oil line.
Yeah. What did got one of his?
Yeah, I've had a couple craftsmen.
What's
do
going
that
on here?
Funny enough, that chicken looks like conker.
Looks like supper to me.
What is it? Bringing toys to a stream day or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
My granddaughter got me that. One of the little TY, I don't know what it is. My granddaughter got me that. She said it's my medicine gourd. It gourds my medicine.
There's my little king's got loads of them. They're them little tiny pet things or something they're called. It says on tag what they're called. Can't remember.
Anyway,
I'm going to bed.
Who's going to bed?
The ignition call
are you going
working. Is it
6 o'clock.
okay to sand the rust on it?
6 o'clock.
All right, mate. No, it's nice to see you, Bill. Anyway,
good chatting. Nice to see you all back in men's clothes. That's good.
Make sure.
Make sure you stay safe, Bill.
Try my best, mate. Stay away from the water.
Look after yourself, Bill. I'll see you soon, buddy. Yeah.
See you later, Bill.
Take care.
What are you like? It's not bring a toy to club night, is it?
You won't win against me, Bruce. I've got a house full of toys.
Oh my lord! It's a good job Riley boy ain't here. Riley boy would be flying up there in the bedroom now, getting his toys out. Got a question. What's that from Chris? If a ignition coil off of a Briggs 35 Classic is not working properly, is it okay to sand the rust with wet and dry paper? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, one of the biggest causes for a coil not to work is rust around the terminals, rust around the post areas, rust around the facing side where it goes onto the up against the flywheel, and also it doesn't hurt also to give the flywheel a bit of where the magnet is, a bit of a clean as well, to make sure you get a nice air gap in there as well, because it'll help. So yeah, definitely. You can. I've had so many calls in that have said they're dead on a multimeter. Give them a little bit of a sand up, a little bit of clean up. I just use a wire brush is what I use on a drill, and you get a bit of clean up, and they come back.
The 2 posts, don't forget them too.
The 2 posts, the 2 posts.
That's where the ground is. Yeah.
Yeah,
what I do,
2 posts that I sit on. Yeah, definitely.
What I do, I take the coil off, and I take a flat bastard file. No, about.
I beg your pardon. You can't say that over on my panel. What do you call it?
No, that's the name of them.
You can't say that on here. Not in the UK. That's a swear word over here.
Okay, a flat file.
Right. Hang on.
How do you spell that?
Is that a bastard file you're on about?
Yeah, yeah, flat file. Okay. Anyway, and you put it down on both posts, and you just about 4 or 5 times like that, and it's going to clean them both evenly and flat. And it's nice, bright aluminum. And then, like Mick says, take your little drill, little cordless drill with a brass brush on it, and clean that coil up good where it goes on there. Train. Okay, that's it.
Just looking it up.
Oh, that train snuck up on me.
Cheers, Ken. Much appreciated, mate.
Well done, Ken.
I'll see you later, guys.
Yeah, exactly, Ben. That is the harshest term you can possibly get for
we
a
used to say that in staff meetings when we had to look at labor rates and all that. Give me the bastard file. Okay.
Yeah, then everybody's going to look into the computer. What is that under in the computer?
It's funny you say that because my boss always used to say to me, "Just pass me that bastard file, will you?" So I don't know what he's on about.
Yeah, when you go to buy one and the guy says, "Which bastard do you want? That one? No, that bitch over there."
It's the way it is. It's the way it is.
Just the way it's been for centuries, eh?
Yeah. It definitely. It's just terminology of words, isn't it? It's
I'm
terminology.
going to use that over here a bit. What do you think, Mick?
Say again.
I'm going to use that term over here a bit, I think.
Yeah, it is what it's called. If you go to the Bruce's channel, he's got terminologies for different stuff. He calls stuff a humdinger, a whiz-banger. He's got all different types of terminologies. You have, Bruce, haven't you?
Who's it?
Who's it? Oh, he's got all sorts of names over his place. Over there. In
one of his sayings one time reminded me of a certain drink, alcoholic drink.
What was that?
I forget. This was like 2-3 years ago.
Don't forget, it's therapy when I'm talking to that camera.
Yeah.
It's all therapy. So, what do you think? What do you think of the old Flymo thing, Ken? You like the Flymo?
Hey, it ran good.
It's funny because it won't start this morning.
Oh, get out! But that was the one you got free, though, wasn't it?
The sun went down.
Yeah, I can't get to the flooding bit. I can't only without a screwdriver. I'll have a little tackle it tomorrow. It's up for sale, but it didn't want to start this morning. It's been starting fine, but not today, baby. It didn't want to have it. Right, Dave's off. Cheers, Dave. Thanks for coming in, mate. Let me throw the old link out. Let me chuck the old link out there. See who else is about. I don't know where Steve is. Steve is probably crashed out under his bench by now, absolutely wrecked somewhere. You know what he's like. But I suppose he's busy. I forgot Klaus is away.
He may be out to dinner with Walbro again or something.
Yeah.
It's like noon for him over there. Noon or
yeah, it's
11
hours.
It's 12:30 at Steve's and 1:30 at my house.
Okay.
So what was the video you got coming up, Bruce? Didn't you say you're doing was it a garden video? No, not garden. Was it you're doing soon?
I'm going to do a tour on my birthday.
On your birthday?
Tuesday, I turned 65.
Hey, you could retire.
Really?
Yeah, I can retire.
Your birthday is the same day as mine.
July 20th.
Yes.
The day they landed on the moon.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was all a big conspiracy theory, Bruce. I've never actually done it.
Yeah, it was a
and that was 1969 at that.
I remember watching.
I remember watching it on TV.
On my 13th birthday.
We were all home watching.
So on Tuesday, you're going to be 65 years old, my old mate.
Yeah, I'll start getting some checks from the big guy.
Do you?
Oh, y'all get them at 65 too, huh?
Yep. We call it OAS. I don't know what they call it in the States.
Social Security.
Yeah, old age security here.
Yeah.
So
does that mean you'll be queuing up every Wednesday down the old office to get your money?
Yeah. Well, no, we can deal with direct deposit now.
Okay.
So yeah, there we go.
Yeah, no more waiting in line, huh?
I'll be an elder. I'll be an
65
elder.
years old. Bruce, without being too sort of facetious, how old do you think you're going to be working on machines? And you'll probably say till you drop. I understand that, but you know,
I've given some thought to that. You know, like yesterday, my leg went numb, just standing there. So I thought another 10 years would probably be about right. 75 years old would be a good time to throttle back, eh?
Yeah, I hope you have many years. You know, many years. But you know, it plays on my mind sometimes. You know, thinking about today, I lifted up a cylinder mower onto the bench. I've got a lift table here, right? And it was just sat here. I was busy. I was working, you know, and just my back needs doing. I just picked it up. And that must weigh on 170, 120 kilos, something like that. You know, just hoiked it up and threw it up on the bench. And I thought nothing of it. I thought, do you know what? In 20 years' time, ain't going to happen.
In my little shop, I've stopped taking anything bigger than an 8-horse. And that's kind of how I'm gauging it, you know, because anything bigger than an 8-horse is too big to manhandle now. And I bet you I might back that off to 5-horse in a few years. You know, who knows?
Well, Chris reckons you'll pack up when your lift stops working. And to be fair, Bruce, your lift is older than mine.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's newer than mine.
Well, and that thing, the last video I did, I did a lawnmower on it, and I could have said, you know, quantum lawnmower, Murray frame, but I gave my lift in the title, and that tell you that I wouldn't have had any views if I'd have cleaned the carb on a Briggs and Stratton Quantum, but because my lift was in the video. That thing went to 3,000 views in like a half a day.
Well,
Brandon got him a lift just a few days ago.
Yeah.
The small engine sure did. Hey, Pate.
What are you doing outside? You're not allowed to be outside today.
Cooling off. Taking
Yeah.
a little bit of a break.
I forgot I had this.
Oh, there's Jeff. Give us a thumbs up, Jeff, if you got a t-shirt on, baby. You got a t-shirt on, Jeff? Good lad.
No.
Right.
Wrong stream. Keep the clothes on.
How you doing, then, Jace? You doing all right, buddy?
Surviving. It's 120 degrees out here. Surviving.
Yeah.
120 odd degrees.
Wow.
And humid.
We've had Jason was in the driveway with the thermometer.
But just how many?
Okay. Well,
tractor.
believe it or not, we've got company from Steve's hometown here, so I'm going to have to say goodbye.
What, you've got Steve's small engines in your house?
No, we've got a company from the same town he lives in.
Oh, wow.
They're all related.
Well, thanks for coming up, Bruce. And
Thank
many
you,
happy
everybody.
returns for Tuesday. 65 years old.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amazing.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bruce.
Well, I've only got a couple of days to go, but I made it.
And do you know what, Bruce? Without a car music, I am surprised.
Yeah. Nice to see you, everybody.
All right, Bruce, take it easy, buddy.
It was nothing you said, Jeff or Jason. It was nothing you said.
Yeah, right, whatever.
Yeah.
Jason, well, Bruce went out, and then Jason went out at the same time. No idea. How you doing, Jeff? Nice to see you got your t-shirt on today.
Yeah, well, I've got all my clothes on today.
Good lad. I know you're not one for the heat, Jeff. Oh, you don't like the heat, do you?
No, mate, I really
You don't like it. What is that? Because you're a bit of a ginger?
Yes, I'm blonde.
Yeah, but ginger people shouldn't be allowed out in the sun because by about midday they're on their third layer of skin, isn't they?
Yeah, well, I'm blonde, it's
stick around here.
One of them things.
Yeah. So what you been up to then, Cupcake? Anything good?
Well, just my allotments. I've been doing a couple of stuff on my allotments, but I can't do much because I'm still waiting for 2 new hips after 18 months.
You're still waiting for what?
2 new hips.
What's that?
Hip replacements, mate.
Oh, you're waiting for a hip replacement?
Yeah, 18 months.
Well, why didn't you say so? I could do that for you. I've got a vice here, Jeff. I'll do it for you, bruv.
You do it on average, Jeff. You do it on average, Jeff. Just got time you get next day.
Jeff, Jeff, ring them up and get them to send them down here, right? Pop yourself on the bus. Bring yourself down here, mate. I'll put you in a vice. I'll sort you right out. Micks Mowers style. We'll even do a video on it.
Yeah, and I'll supply the knives, Mick.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Don't worry about that.
Chinese parts.
You'll never change your fuel lines.
Oh, it's easy. I could do that. I've got a nice little topping saw here, Jeff. Open it up. We'll have it smashed out. New one in. You'll be home by lunchtime.
Lovely, mate. Lovely.
Sort you right out.
I take my own teeth out anyway, so it's no problem.
Do what, mate?
Take my own teeth out anyway, so it's no problem.
Oh, you can leave them in. I won't itch you that hard. Don't worry, they won't come out. Don't worry.
My mum's had one done. She said it hurt that much. She ain't bothering with them.
They reckon they do reckon it's quite a butcher sort of process, don't they? They reckon it's quite ongoing, don't they?
We'll take scar on my mum's knee. She's had it done, but she says she's not bothering with them.
I've got Jason. Jason's come back in. He's on the vodka.
Like I told you, mate, I lost my job because of it.
Yeah. Oh my lord! Look at the that. That can go.
Oh God! No, oh no!
You see, this is what happens, Jason. When you leave the back door wide open, that happens. I've told you before. That's the back door when you come in.
I've had a bit of trouble. Oh, the PCB.
Not heard a thing about
that. He's brutal with that button.
Chris B says you need a big mullet to knock him, Mick.
I think what he's trying to say is you need to grow a mullet and you'll be okay. That's what he was trying to say.
Yeah,
that is the translation.
That ain't gonna happen, is it?
No. Look, did you see the video I put out yesterday? I came home from work and Chrissy's there pressure washing the fence. Hey, no complaints. No complaints. It didn't start.
Great man.
It didn't start
Great
happening until this came into play.
What is it with beards? Have you got your head upside down or what?
Long time.
How we doing, guys? Sorry I'm so late. I've had a problem with me power. Me doodad went clipped out on me workshop.
Oh dear.
The clippy thingies, the power thingies.
Oh, the breakers.
You should
wear that, and see what Mrs. P does for a week. Wear that for a week and see what Mrs. P does.
Growing a mullet is not as hard as it looks.
Hey, Mick, you look like a gay wrestler, mate.
No, that's a gay wrestler.
He looks like Cher on a bad day.
Now, if I want to grow long hair, if I want to grow long hair, it has to be in the back because I ain't got none on the top.
Well, the thing is, if you grow it long enough, you could flip it.
Occasionally, when you get a haircut, you just say short back and sides, eh, right, mate? Nothing off the top.
That's it. And Missy, my wife cuts my hair.
Ain't worth worrying about.
Can you see this?
I just clip them off.
Can you see that? Can you see that?
Dear Lord. Dear Lord.
It looks like a very donkey honeymoon.
Can you see this here? Can you see it? Yeah.
Well. To be fair, Jeff, we can only see the back bit. There's nothing at the front.
Yeah, because it's all combed up from my bum.
Jeff, if you painted your forehead yellow, Jeff, you could advertise for McDonald's.
Wow! I thought that wasn't even directed.
I tell you. Look. At the end of the day, you guys signed the declaration when you said, "Come on up onto the panel." You know what I'm like.
Listen, I got big shoulders. If I was Jeff, I'd jump in a plane just to kick your you-know-what.
Bring it on up, Greg. I've eaten bigger slices of cake in my time. Don't you worry about that. Anyway, Jason, if you were going to jump on a plane to come over, the only one advantage is, mate, you could get a child seat. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's easier. You don't get stopped at customs.
So anyway, nice to see you, Jeff. So you're waiting for two? Is it two new hips you're having, or just one then?
Yeah, two
hips.
Wow.
Oh my lord!
That's just greediness, Jeff. That's greediness, mate.
My old man, he just had one knee done, but because his good knee's been carrying his bad knee for so long, his other knee's knackered now. He's got the other knee done, but like you say, 18-month, 2-year wait list due to COVID. You got to wait now. So
I've got another year to wait, Mick.
Jeff, if you get stuck, Jeff, just come on down, mate. I'll sort you out. I'll see you right. I've got a nice big voice here.
I'll tell you what, mate. One of these days, Mick, I'm going to come and knock on your bloody door. Trust me.
That's fine, mate. I'll even give you my address. Come and knock on the door. I'll put you on my old table lift, Jeff. We'll have you up in the air. I'll tie the old legs to the rafters, mate. I'll sort you. I've got a big ball pin hammer.
He's going to show you the toolbox he never used before on camera.
I'm telling you. I'll soon sort you out. You have no fear of that. Anyway,
Mick, I've got your address. I've got your address, Mick. I've Googled maps your house. I know where you live in that cul-de-sac, and I'm coming.
Okay, so I have just fitted recently new CCTV cameras in my house. So I'll see you coming before you knock on my door, brother. It's as simple as that. You worry about that.
No, you won't. No, you won't. So I'm coming through back end.
Oh, trust me, Jeff, because I know it's you, because there's no one like you
around the back end.
So the time is now 8:45. I suppose we better get on with it, because every single time at 8:30, a certain somebody comes onto the panel and he tells us about how his week's gone. So let's have what we call the total week up roundup from Top Conker. All right, Conk, how's your week, mate? All right? We're doing all right, mate. How are you doing?
It's been an interesting week, quite frankly.
Oh yeah,
I've been playing with a what do you call that thing? A still.
I'm sure as soon as you wake up, it's an interesting day, Conquer. But that's a good thing.
I've actually got to look it up because I forgot the name of it.
FS38.
FS38.
Oh yeah, an FS38. Yeah.
Almost like Ken sleeping. Sorry.
I know that because you rang me 6 times this week.
You want to see the 12 to 12
Every day Conquer doesn't ring you.
Anyway, and ask me, have I got it fixed? Ask me, go on.
Have you got it fixed?
No.
I feel your pain.
Well,
I had a chap bring in a Suffolk punch this afternoon, fix that one for him. Result. And then another Mountfield come in. And I've never seen so much white smoke come out of a mower. It's not possible. Even to the point where it's even choking itself. And I've got a feeling the rings might have gone. Now, you know yourself, guys, when your ring goes, it's always going to be smoky. Let's be honest.
If you want to know anything about having a blown ring, simply ask Jason. He'll tell you all about that. But I wouldn't say you got that amount of white. Is it white smoke coming out?
Yeah, more of a cloud, actually, mate. More of a cloud.
No, I wouldn't say rings.
Well, I mean, the chap. To be fair, the chap he's got it from his granddad who's passed away, and he's promised his grandma that he will cut the grass with his granddad's mower. And I said to him, "Well, if I can fix it, I will. If not, I'll put another motor on there." In fact, you saw the motor. I think, Mick, I told you what it was. It's that little Mountfield with about 3 gallons of oil over the front of it.
So that was what I think you thought that was like a Honda, but it's not. It's actually a I thought it was a SV200. It's got the SV200 cowling on the top, but it's actually an SV150, isn't it?
It's a 150, yeah. So I'm hoping I might have a spare motor put on there for him.
So to be perfectly fair, Conk, first thing I would check with an SV150, number one, is I would drain all the oil out, put new oil in up to the mark, and just run it for 20 minutes flat, right? Just let it run. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
and then,
I might do that, Mick, actually. I want to help the guy out, to be honest with you.
I would, because you're saying that it's got oil everywhere. That just tells me he's tipped it up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Second thing I would do is I would check the head bolts, because on those little cheap Chinesiums, the head bolts do go for Burton, and a little tiny telltale tip for those is any of the head bolts that are rusty are generally loose. So if you've got any rusty head bolts, give them a bit of tidy up. And in worst case scenario, I would just literally take the head off and have a look at the head on that before you go down the road of looking at rings and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I like to fix it for him, to be honest with you, because it's nice to help somebody out in it at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, it is. And if you get really stuck, you got my address, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, trouble is, I come up there. It costs me money every time I go up there.
Why did you have to pay for sausage rolls?
Maybe you change your approach when you go there.
Yeah.
Now we work on
sausage rolls.
Guys,
look at all
we
the
work
sausage rolls you
on
get.
accounts. And then I can't pay him, so that's all right. It's not a problem.
Yeah. Would a wood key be the cause of that? A Woodruff key? No, not necessarily. We are talking about, don't forget, the SV150 for those of us in the UK that know them. Mass-produced, cheap materials to make them. You know, they're not what I call a fleet of engineering. I think somebody actually designed that engine in their lunch break. And what have you? So for what it is, you know, you could put SV150. You could change out, put a Briggs flathead on there, and just do away with the problem for 30 quid.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking about doing it. But I've drained the oil, and to be fair, there was about 3 gallons of oil come out the damn thing. I'm getting the impression it might be overfilled.
Yeah, but you saw a little bit. Maybe the carb didn't backflow into the crankcase and give you the illusion that it was overfilled. You know,
could be needle and float job, something like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I've serviced the carb anyway. The carb itself is good, clean, and it started second pull. Wasn't a problem.
Yeah, I would literally just take the oil out, put fresh in up to the mark, put it in the corner of a garden up against the fence, start it up, peg it back, and just run it for 20 minutes solid.
Yep.
That's what I'd do.
Yeah,
I did try that this afternoon, but Mrs. H was not happy about her washing being a bit smelly.
All right. Well, okay. So
tell her that you prefer her with no clothes on, and there you go.
So I would, if it were me, I would take the lawnmower into the front room and fire it up and say, "Well, you got two choices, love, either in here or outside. Take your pick."
Hey, Annie, mate, you know, Annie, you wouldn't get away with it, mate.
Yeah, mate, she ain't my wife. I ain't scared of her. I'm only scared of me own.
Yeah.
I got a generator that was only 2 years old for repair, and right on it, it had a sticker of where to run your generator and where not to run it. A visual sticker, not in your garage, not in your house, not in your kitchen. I'm like, oh my God, it's 2021. We still have to remind people to do
I did
this.
start one up in the garage the other day, and I felt a bit dizzy after a while.
Oh yeah.
The Neanderthal man lives.
I mean,
that's a rough day, boy.
It's very, very hot.
So that's what I would do, Conk. You know, I had one in just the other day at SV150, and it didn't want to start. It was actually backfiring out of a carburetor. I checked the timing on it, checked everything on it, you know, that I thought it would be. And for what it's worth, you know, I just take that engine off, put a Briggs on it, and move on with my day, because chasing an SV150, that is a bit of a pig to start. Backfiring out the carburetor, even with the timing in the correct position, it ain't worth doing. Just take it apart and put something half sensible on there.
Well, I'll give it an oil change and try again. Mind you, I've got to clean it up first. I put it on the lawn, and Mrs. H is not happy about all the oil across the lawn at the moment.
I'll tell you something. You picked a right picky one there, didn't you?
My missus?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, mate. She's a lucky lady.
Well, yeah. She don't like her clothes being smoky. She don't like oil on the lawn. What's going on with that then?
Yeah, but on the good side of it all, mate.
Yeah. There is a good side, is there?
Oh, absolutely. But we won't go into that this day.
Hey, PG channel.
You're like watching your skin marks.
Over you go, girl. Over you go.
It's all right watching your skin marks, mate.
Oh, dear Lord. She's not here, is she?
I had a nice little touch this week, Conk. I had a woman. I sold her a mower about 3 years ago. It had a TP engine on top of it, a little Hater Hawk 41, and she said it's becoming particularly difficult to start. It is of an age, and so she bought a mower off of me, and she bought her old mower in. She said you can have it for spares or repair. And literally, being a hater, I just took the engine. I didn't even bother. Took the engine off, put a Briggs on it, and sold it within 2 days.
Yeah, I know you've had a few results this week, mate. I know.
I would like to divulge what actually happened today. I'll probably ring you tomorrow to let you know, because today has been one of them funky sort of days where you think I didn't start off with £500, but now I have. Sort of one of them days, and I don't quite know. I haven't yet.
Well done, mate. Well done.
I haven't sort of worked it out yet how that actually happened, but it happened today. So I was quite happy with that. Just one of them days where people just, you can have that spares. You know, take it. You know what I mean? I think, well, you know, a new cable there, and I'll put that in there. Pull the cord away. It went. Bit of grease on it, and went out the door within 2 days.
Wipe it with an oily rag, and off you go.
Oh, I tell you, yeah, absolutely. It's just been it's been 2 or 3 days. I've had people just bring. Have you heard it, Jason? This week, it's been what I call bring out your dead. Just people just bring in their crap. Just bring in their cheap, shoddy stuff. Have you had that?
Hey, if it pays, it pays. I have no complaint.
I get that. All right, but just literally, some of the stuff I've been having is just so low value stuff that I think they must have bought a new shed, and they literally have just taken everything out of their shed. I thought, I didn't know I had that. I'll take it to Mick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hey, they're willing to pay, then so be it. I used to tell people it's not worth fixing. I let them make that decision. I give them a price. They pay me my bench fee. I give them the price, and they make that phone call. No more. I don't argue with people anymore. You want to get it? You make that decision.
Yeah, no, I am. Me and you actually are pretty much rowing the same river. Me and you, I had someone come in. I think that was yesterday with a cheap and cheerful B&Q owned hedge trimmer. He's a professional lawn care guy, and literally this piece of equipment you can buy. I think they're £110, brand spanking new. And it was just fuel line, literally the return fuel line where he put his thumb in to prime the bulb. He had knocked the fuel line out. That's all it was, literally. And just, I said, mate, okay, I'll look at it. I thought, oh, it's been on the bench three and a half minutes. I'll check my camera. He hadn't even got in the van, and I repaired it. You know what I mean? So I rang him up. It's done, mate. Here's your bill. It's what it is. You're quite right. Otherwise, he'd either throw it away or take it into a dealer, wait 3 weeks, and get a bill for 90 quid.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've got no qualms in doing that. But so anyway, your FS38 Conk. How are you getting on with that?
Not well. I've actually ordered the carburetor you and I talked about. It's on its way.
Okay.
I've given up trying to fix it. To be honest with you, mate.
So you gave up with the option of FaceTiming Ken in America to get him to ship you one from Connecticut then?
Well, he wanted to go to I Dream of Genie with Alibaba Express over there.
Oh, don't go Alibaba Express.
Oh.
Don't go. They can't be trusted. They cut
Yeah,
Jason's
the thing
hair.
is, you look at their ad. They had every view of the carburetor except the view of the plate where it's supposed to say steel, Zema.
Yeah.
It showed every other view except that view and they said it was OEM. It's all bull.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your support, guys.
Oh well, we all sit here and wait till 8:30 till you turn up, Conk. That's the idea of it.
My dealer is $37.
So are you gonna go ahead and do what I said, what I suggested? I mean, we were talking about it earlier on, funnily enough.
Yeah.
I think Ken's in agreement. I think Henry was as well.
Shaft drilling out the shaft, Mick?
To cut the inlet manifold plate off, just trim that back a touch, so that the carburetor actually will sit flush.
Yeah. That's the plan. When the car turns up, I'm going to get there with me hacksaw or maybe or a cross-cut saw or jigsaw or whatever.
Is this for a customer, Phil?
If you can take that inlet manifold off, Conk, without too much drama. Literally, I would just hit that with a little flappy disc and just grind it off flat.
I don't know what it's there for, Mick. I don't know. I mean, I said you and I spoke about it. It's got to be something to do with airflow or something. I don't know, but it's weird setup to have a plate in there that matches up with the plate on the carb. It's weird.
Phil, keep in mind, my dealer said there's 18 variations of carburetor for an FS38.
Really?
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Well, it is. I think the main issue with them is making sure that the throttle control is for me. The throttle control's got to be workable. I've had so many FS38s in from China with a little tiny plastic throttle holder, and you can't fit the cable in. The cable don't fit in there.
Yeah.
At all. Yeah. And if you do, I used to cut the cable a little tiny bit off the end and wedge it in there, but you could only get like half throttle on it. So I gave up with that. Now what I do is I now take off the original throat butterfly, take the throttle shaft out, and on the copy carburetor, I now drill that out with a 5.5 drill and then install the genuine one back in. That's what I do.
Right, makes sense, yeah. Well, the history behind this one is I'm doing it for a friend of mine who's one of the top chefs here in the town. I said, I'll do it for nothing. Do it for a meal. Big mistake.
Well, how about then, if you're going to do it for that, how about you bring it down here, I'll fix it for you, and then me and you can go out on the bender and have a meal together. That's fine.
Yeah, mate, I ain't going to sleep you afterwards.
Oh, trust me, mate. You won't sleep. It won't just be Jeff that wants a new hip in the morning.
You go and get the barrel. First one into the barrel.
Speaking of your turn in the barrel, how did your cruise go?
Brilliant, mate. I had a lovely time. Thank you. Brilliant. We were away, guys, for over last weekend. We did a 3-night cruise up and down the English Channel. Absolutely brilliant.
I always envisage you, Conker, on a cruise ship, very similar to Uncle Albert in Only Fools and Horses. Any boat he goes on, he sinks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing.
What's today? It's the 17th. Check back in 9 months.
Every ship I go on, I always ask them, do they have any Dubonnet?
Any what?
Dubonnet.
What's that in?
There you go. Let's see. Dubonnet. They call it a gin and Dubonnet is what the Queen Mother used to drink.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And 1 part gin, 2 parts Dubonnet, which is like a herbal red wine stuff. And I tell you what, mate, 4 of those, and I fell asleep in my soup. It was brilliant. I loved it.
I fell asleep. I loved it.
You didn't fall asleep in the sun.
To be perfectly fair, if Ken fell asleep in his soup, he'd probably drown.
No, Mick, today, just for you, Mick, it was calamari and eggplant.
Look at the size of that thing, look.
Oh,
it was actually. We got a couple left over. Cavadels. We got Cavadels.
It's like a blinking hard hat.
We got Cavadels and mellow eggplant.
Cavatelli is one of my favorite pastas.
That's what we call a small ball over there, Mick.
I tell you what, Ken.
That's like a feeding bowl for a lion, for God's sake, in a zoo.
When I was young, I used to have that on my head for a
Tell her, Mark. Cheers, mate.
When I was little, Ken, I used to have that on my head for a haircut.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah, basic cut.
On my head for a haircut.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying to me that when you was a little boy, they used to put that on your head as a haircut. Was the front part of the bowl missing then?
That's sunscorch.
You lot are wicked, I tell you. You just wind me up.
On the top there, that used to be the solar panel for a sex machine, I tell you.
What did it fall off?
No, it's a thumbprint now.
I tell you what, Bruce. I tell you what, that's not bald. That's a long face.
That's a bald cut.
That's a long face.
Yeah, what a long face.
Yeah.
Right. Well, unfortunately, people, as we all know, I only run till 9 o'clock because I've got to go see Mrs. P. She's got work tomorrow. She's working in the hospital, and we're glad to hear numbers are on the up again. People, fantastic. Thanks for all your social distancing again. Brilliant. So numbers are back up on the up, so that's great.
I haven't been happy though.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
I'm quite happy to kill him.
That's definitely bad for me, Mick.
It's coming back. So thank you very much. My mate Bruce, he's disappeared, and who went out of him? DNR Small Engines went out of him. Cool, thanks for that. Cheers for Henry. Henry, it's time for your meds, mate. I think you got your robe on already.
Small engine doctor. I like it.
Hey, looking cool, Henry. Looking cool, mate.
Thank you for Tim Palmer for coming up. Thank you for Cajun Coin Hunter. Ken Small Engines, Johnny Five. Thank you for coming up. Just Jeff. My mate Jason Pate from Pate's Performance. Thank you very much indeed, Jace. And my mate Conker. And I'll catch you all on the next live stream next Saturday night. And if not, I'll chuck a few videos out for you during the week. Check out everybody's channels on this panel because they're great people and they give up their time to come and entertain you lovely lot. So don't forget, give me a thumbs up on your way out. Would be good. And I'll catch you all on the next stream very, very soon. Look after yourself and stay safe.
All right, guys.
All the best.